Chapter 532. If Fong Ping and the others did not come out of closed-door cultivation, then there would be world peace. The Grandmasters kept a low profile. The older generation martial artists were also very low-key. The few young people who had appeared stopped stirring up trouble. It was really quiet to the extreme. For a moment, even the Grandmasters felt that it was a little too quiet. In the past 2 years, these little guys had made a lot of noise, and every time they did, they would set off a storm in the martial arts world. Now that all of them had disappeared, the Grandmasters started to feel bored. Meanwhile, the Year 10 martial science examination had officially begun. This year was the year with the highest number of applicants. Across the country, the number of applicants for the martial science examination was as high as 27 million. In the 10th year of the reform, all the liberal arts students in school could apply for the martial sciences. Even Year 1 and Year 2 students who met the requirements could apply. Initially, there were more than 30 million students, but in the end, some people were filtered out during the political background check. Although all conditions were relaxed this year, the students' political background checks were stricter. When the martial sciences examination began, the 27 million-strong army of martial sciences examinees filled every corner of the nation. MCMAU Affiliated High School was also one of the examination sites. MCMAU Affiliated High. In the Vitality Assessment Room, the examiner looked at the round-faced girl in front of him and said with a smile, "Fong Yuan, is General Frenzied Blade not here this time?" Fong Yuan was taken aback for a moment. She immediately smiled and said, "Master, do you know me? I'm an instructor from ESNNU. I've been to MCMU's Grandmaster Banquet before. Of course I know him." Fong Yuan's little round face turned even rounder from the smile. She quickly said, "Teacher, my brother didn't come, but he said that I'll definitely pass the martial sciences exam. It doesn't matter whether I come or not." As she spoke, Fong Yuan beamed with joy. "Instructor, ESNNU is also one of the top 10 elite schools. If I fail to enroll in MCMAU, can I go to ESNNU?" The invigilator smiled and said, "You're already an official martial artist. How could you fail?" Fong Yuan giggled. "I'm just worried. There are too many people taking the exam this year. Teacher, do you think I can go to ESNNU?" Of course, the invigilator did not even think about it. What a joke. This was an official martial artist. And a twice-honed official martial artist at that. Even if there were tens of millions of people taking the exam this year, there would not be many who were stronger than Fong Yuan. Besides, this brat's brother was the pillar of MCMAU. Nowadays, who did not know that MCMU's Fong Ping was a man of his word in MCMAU? In terms of strength, Fong Ping was no match for a Grandmaster powerhouse. On the other hand, the Grandmasters of MCMAU had almost become family with Fong Ping after 2 years of hanging around. It was a legend in martial arts universities for a student to reach this stage. His sister had applied for martial sciences, and she was even an official martial artist. How could she not get into MCMAU? Esno, Fong Ping might not even be interested in it. It was a fluke that ESNNU was able to enter the top 10. Their strength was not strong. They only had 2 Grandmaster powerhouses, and both of them were rank 7. Compared to MCMAU, there was a huge gap. She did not go to MCMAU and came to China as a teacher. This little girl was quite interesting. The invigilator said it casually, but Fong Yuan looked at his nameplate seriously. After looking at it for a while, she giggled and said, "Instructor, if I don't get into MCMAU, I'll apply for ESNNU and fill in ESNNU as my second choice. If ESNNU doesn't make it, I'll look for you, okay?" Upon hearing those words, the instructor was taken aback. What did he mean by that? Was he really going to apply for ESNNU? Also, it was impossible for ESNNU to fail. Why would she look for him? The invigilator was a little confused, but he did not think too much about it. He nodded and said, "Any time is fine. Student Fong Yuan, it's your turn. Go in and get tested." Fong Yuan grinned from ear to ear. Without delay, she entered the vitality chamber immediately. After she entered, the invigilator found out the girl's specific vitality after a while. It was 232 calories. Her strength was not weak at all. This girl had honed quite a number of bones. Her vitality was slightly stronger than what he could sense. She has honed more than 15 bones. When she enters school, she might be able to enter middle stage rank 1. Fong Ping is really willing to invest a lot in his sister. The invigilator smiled and shook his head. With his strength, even in MCMAU, she was definitely one of the top people. There were many applicants this year, and with the energy recovery, there were many strong students. However, the energy recovery had not been long, and geniuses were not everywhere. Was he worried that MCMU would not accept him? While Fong Yuan was secretly participating in the martial sciences examination, MCMU also welcomed a group of acquaintances. On the MCMAU campus, Zhang Chao was eating an energy fruit as he lamented. MCMU's cultivation atmosphere seems to be much more enthusiastic than ours. Look, there are close to 10,000 people in the school, but there are not many living people. Zheng Nanqi did not reply. Instead, he said in a serious tone, these people in martial arts universities cultivate really crazily. This time, they came to MCMAU in seclusion. Also, Fong Ping and the others have entered rank 6, which is also unexpected. It was too fast. The last time they came here was not long ago. They came to MCMAU in the middle of March. Now it was the middle of May. It had only been 2 months. In 2 months, everyone's strength did not improve much. However, the few rank 5 martial artists from last time were all rank 6 now. Qin Fengqing was not included. Not only that, Fong Ping had killed a powerhouse who had achieved mentality-vitality fusion. This was also shocking. What was more shocking was not this, but the previous trip to Tiannan's catacombs. Fong Ping and the others' performance in the catacombs was known to Star City. After all, it concerned Star City. This guy, Zhang Chao, revealed to the public that Star City was going to the bounded zone. After that, this guy even claimed credit, saying that he told Qin Fengqing. Otherwise, if Fong Ping and the others did not go to the bounded zone, they would not have been able to save the 2 rank 8 grandmasters. Originally, this guy took credit for it. In the end, when he said it, the Zhang family's rank 9 almost struck him to death. This bastard really dared to say anything to the public. The matter of the bounded zone involved the Paragon ancestor. Before this, other than communicating with the government, Star City did not tell anyone. Even the grandmasters who participated in the battle were not very clear about it. However, they did not expect Star City to have a stupid spy. If it were not for Li Mo, who had yet to recover from his serious injuries, coming out to plead for him, the Zhang family's rank 9 would have killed this guy. It was also because of Li Mo's help that Star City later discussed for a while and agreed to let Fong Ping and the others compete for the youth tournament places. Li Mo, who was still seriously injured, recounted what happened that day. However, he still did not mention the matter of Fong Ping pretending to be the ancestor of the bounded zone. That day, Li Mo had some suspicions that it was Fong Ping. Later, Fong Ping brought them out. If Li Mo still did not know it was Fong Ping, he would be really stupid. However, Fong Ping's disguise did not change anything. The restricted zone and Star City both wanted to enter the bounded zone's inner periphery. They were already mortal enemies. In Li Mo's opinion, a battle to the death in the later stages was also inevitable. He could only say that Fong Ping took advantage of Star City and the restricted zone. However, Fong Ping saved his life, and so did the other rank 8. The 2 rank 8 powerhouses recovered slightly and did not mention this matter. Actually, it did not matter if this matter was said out loud. The only effect was that it proved that everyone was stupid. They all believed this and almost treated him as the ancestor. However, before Zhang Chao and the others came, Li Mo still reminded them to take it easy and not be stupid again. MCMU's Fong Ping was not a kind person. He had a way of tricking people. If they were tricked again this time, these fellows could forget about going back to Star City. They really could not afford to lose face. While Zheng Nanqi was lamenting about this, Zhang Chao, on the other hand, did not think much of it. He said happily, honestly, I'm very happy that these fellows are going to participate in the youth competition. They're all crazy people. I really want to see how they torture people. Fong Ping and the others can kill powerhouses who have achieved mentality-vitality fusion. Then, it's not a big problem to kill those big noses. Anyway, I don't want to participate in the competition. I'll just be a bystander. Li Fei said coldly. Jiang Chao. This time, Sino Nation must fight for at least 10 quotas, maybe even more. Also, they have just entered rank 6. Don't rely on others. If Star City embarrasses themselves and can't get a few quotas, you're dead meat. Jiang Chao said gloomily. What does this have to do with me? You guys are the main force. If you can't get a few quotas, that's also your responsibility. You. All right, stop arguing. Su Zissou interrupted the quarrel and changed the topic. When are Fong Ping and the others coming out of seclusion? Beside them, Huang Jing was talking to a grandmaster from Star City. When he heard the question, he turned around and smiled. Should be soon. There's still some time before the youth competition. If you guys are in a hurry, I can arrange for some instructors to spar with you. When he heard about sparring, Jiang Chao immediately shook his head. No sparring. Among the crowd, someone said in a low voice, but no divine weapon will lose. Cough, cough, cough. Huang Jing was slightly embarrassed. He did not say that they would bet on the competition. It seemed that these kids from Star City were still in a state of shock. Huang Jing was embarrassed, and the Grandmaster from Star City was speechless. These fellows, could they not embarrass Star City? From what he said, they were afraid to fight. It was fine if they did not have enough experience, but being afraid to fight was not a good thing. Although Star City did not let these descendants enter the catacombs early to fight, they should at least not be afraid to fight. When the results of the last competition were out, Star City knew about it, including the process. The most embarrassing one was Jiang Chao. If it were not for the fact that he had good talent and that he had smoothly sealed the second gate and entered upper stage rank 6, Star City would not have let him participate in the youth competition. The Grandmaster who led the team felt like a flower stuck in cow dung. Jiang Chao's talent was really not bad. He had entered rank 6 not long ago, but he had already sealed 2 Sanjiao gates. He was not much worse than his freak older brother. The 2 brothers of this generation of the Jiang family were extremely talented. However, compared to his older brother, Jiang Chao's talent might be about the same, but their temperaments were too different. When his older brother was rank 6, he was also someone who feared nothing. Why was it that when it came to Jiang Chao, he became a glutton and lazy? Fong Ping did not know about the arrival of the people from Star City. He did not know about Fong Yuan participating in the martial sciences examination either. Now, it had been a full 10 days since Fong Ping and the others entered the energy room. In these 10 days, they did not eat or drink, cultivating continuously. When their vitality was depleted, they recovered extremely quickly with the replenishment of energy stones. Previously, Fong Ping planned to cultivate for 2 to 3 hours a day. Now, he cultivated for 2 hours, used 2 hours to recover, and then continued cultivating. Normal martial artists would have been exhausted a long time ago. No matter how fast their recovery was, their energy was limited. However, Fong Ping realized that he had underestimated Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong. These 2 were really ruthless. Fong Ping was still fine. His recovery speed was very fast, and his mentality was also strong. He could cultivate continuously. The 2 of them were slightly worse than him, but when they really could not take it anymore, they actually created themselves, relying on the imperishable substance to recover. This time, their speed was also extremely fast. Moreover, they could also rely on the imperishable substance to cultivate, so it was not considered a waste. In this way, the 3 of them sealed the gate for close to 10 hours every day. 10 hours. The daily consumption of wealth was more than Fong Ping expected. Just the aura conversion alone was 6 billion, and he had to continuously recover his vitality and mentality, as well as condensed celestiality. Every day, the daily consumption of wealth was close to 8 billion. After 10 days, Fong Ping had used up almost 80 billion wealth, much more than he had expected. Even so, the results were also obvious. In 10 days, the cultivation time exceeded 100 hours, which was equivalent to a normal rank 6 martial artist cultivating for 2 months. Moreover, with the 3 of them working together, it was equivalent to someone else cultivating for half a year. With the 3 of them working together, the effect was even better, at least equivalent to a normal early stage rank 6 martial artist cultivating for 2 to 3 years. With such a high-speed accumulation, Fong Ping realized that he was closing the first gate very soon. Really very soon. The location of his Sanjiao Gate, the Vitality Gate, was originally a black hole, a black gate with no end in sight. At this moment, where the Vitality Gate was, where the black hole was, there were two ancient bronze gates that were about to close. It was just a little bit away from completely closing. Seeing this, Li Hansong was a little excited too. So fast. 10 days, Fong Ping, it's only 10 days, and you're actually closing the first gate. He was excited, but Fong Ping's heart was twitching in pain. 80 billion wealth. These days, the energy stones were still being supplied continuously, which was also an incomparably huge consumption. Billions of energy stones have been burned by him. This was probably the most serious wastage he had ever wasted since he started cultivating. Even when he was seriously injured and repaired his flesh last time, it did not consume so much. Previously, he kept saying that Qin Fengqing was wasting resources. Now, Fong Ping was too embarrassed to scold him, so Ironhead did not know that he had burned 80 billion. Wealth was also money. Otherwise, Ironhead would break down. Old Wong could probably kill Fong Ping and rob him directly. More than 80 billion in exchange for 10 days of closing a gate. Was it worth it? If this was asked to anyone, they would probably say it was not worth it. Rank 6 was not a decisive combat strength. If it was a rank 9, it could go one step further. Everyone would say it was worth it with such a huge consumption. However, a mere rank 6 would burn money like this. The people in Star Spectre City would not do it. This was almost comparable to the value of a rank 9 divine weapon. In exchange, Fong Ping could only advance from early stage rank 6 to middle stage quickly. Fong Ping was also very helpless. Actually, his wealth was not mainly spent on his consumption, but on aura simulation. It was too expensive, so expensive that Fong Ping was helpless. More than 80 billion, 60 billion was spent on aura simulation. In reality, Fong Ping only used 20 billion on himself. 20 billion to let him advance to middle stage rank 6. Fong Ping felt that it was still not a loss. But now, the key point was that he had also promised to help Old Wong and Ironhead. Fong Ping wanted to renege on his debt now. How about I renege on my debt and be done with it? After advancing to middle stage rank 6, I won't do it anymore. Otherwise, if I help these two fellows seal the gate, it would actually cost 160 billion. That was too much. Fong Ping really wanted to renege on his debt. The way he looked at the two of them was not quite right. Ironhead did not feel anything, but Wang Jinyang seemed to have noticed something. He frowned slightly and asked, "Is the consumption very serious?" Fong Ping kept saying that changing his aura consumed a lot of energy. However, they could not tell what exactly it consumed. At least, for the past 10 days, they could not tell what Fong Ping had sacrificed. However, even an idiot would know that this kind of heaven-defying ability that the three of them could seal the gate together would probably come at a shocking price. Fong Ping smiled bitterly. "It's very serious. Actually, I'm using up some of my foundation, the foundation that I left behind in my past life. And these are all prepared for me to recover my past life strength. Now that the consumption is serious, once it's used up, I might not be able to recover my past life's combat strength." Old Wong rolled his eyes. "Mother asterisk Kerr again?" Li Hansong asked with concern. "That's so serious. Is it because of the foundation inside the life gate?" "Something like that." Li Hansong frowned slightly. "Why don't we just forget about it?" Fong Ping gave Ironhead a deep look. "What a good man. Ironhead, you're such an honest man." Fong Ping, have made friends, but you're too considerate of your friends. But after you said that, if I agree to it just like that, wouldn't it seem a little wretched?" Thinking of the 160 billion wealth consumption again, Fong Ping felt that maybe he could be a little more wretched. Should he not trick these two fellows to help him seal the second gate, and then repay them when his strength became stronger? One day, if these two fellows know all the inside stories, I wonder if they will beat me to death. Fong Ping sighed in his heart. The possibility was not small. He was not in a hurry to talk about this. Fong Ping took a look at his own data. Wealth 539. 5 billion convert. vitality 6,805 calories, 7,999 calories. Mentality 900 Hz, 949 Hz. Hone 177 bones, 100. 29 bones, 90. Storage space 100 cubic meters, plus. Energy shield 10,000 wealth per minute, plus. Aura simulation 100,000 wealth per minute, plus 2, 1,000 million wealth per minute. Vitality has reached 7,999 calories and hasn't moved. Looks like I need to seal the vitality gate to continue growing. It's the same with my mentality. It's been stuck at 949 Hz for the past few days. Fong Ping took a look at the vitality gate that only had a slit left and suddenly stopped aura simulation. Old Wang and Iron Head were stunned. Wang Jinyang frowned. Why did you stop? It's going to be sealed soon. If the consumption is too high, it's okay. We gain a lot these few days. At least our semi-golden bodies have become stronger. Fong Ping shook his head. No need. I want to wait a little longer. I'll consume the dark moon grass to increase my mentality first. When I reach my limit, I want to complete mentality materialization when the vitality gate is sealed. Fong Ping's eyes shone brightly. I've waited for this day for too long. I want to complete it myself. You two cultivate on your own for the next 2 days. Seal one gate and materialize your mentality. Fong Ping, will be the strongest rank 6. Your mentality is about to materialize. Both of them were surprised. Fong Ping had mentioned it before, but they did not take it seriously. Now, was it really going to materialize? I don't know, but I have a feeling that relying on treasures won't work. Only the moment the vitality gate is sealed, the mysterious energy will feed back into my body. There's hope for me to cross this hurdle. At this moment, Fong Ping was very excited. He stood up suddenly and was about to walk out. Wang Jinyang was surprised. You're not cultivating here? No, I want to go to the rooftop of the school archives to cultivate. Being in close contact with this place might help me realize the true meaning of martial arts faster. The rooftop of the school archives. Both of them were dumbfounded. The highest place in MCMAU. Did this have anything to do with martial arts cultivation? Could cultivating at a high place allow one's mentality to break through the barrier? Both of them really could not understand. Wang Jinyang frowned and said nothing. Li Hansong, on the other hand, mumbled, Is it better to cultivate at a high place? Should we give it a try as well? Fong Ping smiled. Up to you. After saying that, Fong Ping walked out of the energy room. Outside the energy room. Once Fong Ping came out, he went straight to the school archives and used flight step to get to the rooftop. Not just that. Fong Ping sat cross-legged on the rooftop, floating in the air and starting his own cultivation path. From afar, Huang Jing and the others saw him coming out of closed-door cultivation. However, this guy went straight to the rooftop of the school archives the moment he came out of closed-door cultivation. He was still floating in the air, as if he was still in closed-door cultivation. At this moment, the Grandmaster from Polaris City was a little confused. What kind of cultivation path was this? Huang Jing did not understand at first, but soon the corner of his mouth twitched and his face stiffened. What a familiar routine. It seemed like, it was the last time. The last time someone cultivated at sea for many days. And when he was about to break through, he suddenly returned to MCMU, causing a huge commotion. This time, could it be? Huang Jing looked at Fong Ping from afar, his expression changing constantly. Beside him, Zheng Nanqi and the others said seriously, could it be that cultivating this way has better effects? Absorbing the essence of the sun and the moon? Jiang Chao suddenly had a strange idea. Su Zissou, on the other hand, said with a face full of admiration, as expected, an eccentric person has an eccentric cultivation method. How about we try it next time? Huang Jing did not say a word. F***CK. He was too ashamed to say it out loud. If he told these guys that this guy just wanted to let everyone know, see, and notice him when he broke through, would they all break down? Huang Jing resisted the urge to go up and hack Fong Ping to death, suppressing his desire to tell everyone the truth. Still, he was extremely shocked. March 30th, Fong Ping broke through to rank 6. Today, May 19th. It had been exactly 50 days since the last breakthrough. Could it be that Fong Ping's appearance this time was to seal the Vitality Gate? 50 days, Huang Jing muttered, his voice so low that it could not be heard. Was there really such a freak in this world? The higher the rank, the faster the breakthrough. How could there be such a logic? In the past, everyone had predicted that because of Fong Ping's powerful ability, it would be extremely difficult for him to seal the Sanjiao Gate at rank 6. Everyone had prepared themselves that Fong Ping would not be able to achieve rank 7 within 2 to 3 years. Now, however, in 50 days, Fong Ping actually wanted to seal one of his gates. Did that not mean that in another month, he could seal the Sanjiao Gate and achieve peak rank 6? Did he still need to go through the process of mentality-vitality fusion when he was at peak rank 6? That meant rank 7, a rank 7 with golden bones. And he, Huang Jing, was also a rank 7. Huang Jing suddenly felt a little irritated. What the hell was this kid doing? Was he going to catch up to his rank? What a joke! Previously, Tang Feng, Lu Fengru, Song Yingji, and the others were chased by Fong Ping until they wanted to die. That was because the pressure was so great that they had no choice but to break through. Huang Jing took it as watching the show. He even wanted to get a small stool and enjoy the show. Now, however, Huang Jing suddenly had the urge to chop someone up. He instantly understood how Tang Feng and the others felt. It was close at hand, imminent. I'm rank 7. He's an aspiring martial artist. I'm rank 7. He's rank 7? The more Huang Jing thought about it, the crazier he became. He was happy to see MCMU producing talents. However, a freak had appeared who had caught up to his rank 7 in 2 years. He would never admit it even if he was beaten to death. This only proved how useless he was. Huang Jing was not the only one who was going crazy. The moment Fong Ping appeared on the rooftop of the school archives, Tang Feng was going crazy. Lu Fengru was going crazy too. If this kid really entered rank 7 this year, they really wanted to jump off the building. Even if they did not die, they could smash themselves into a hole and not come out. The sorrow of the 3 rank 7 powerhouses was truly like a river flowing against the current. Song Yingji, who had just come out of the catacombs and had just returned to MCMAU, seeing this scene, Song Yingji seemed to think of something. At this moment, Song Yingji broke down. His face was pale as he said, I admit defeat. Okay. Huang Jing and the others could be caught up. If Fong Ping broke through this time, he would be caught up immediately. Both of them were of the same rank. Song Yingji wanted to cry, but had no tears. He could not take this blow. Forget it, he admitted defeat. Was it not just being surpassed? Fong Ping had surpassed too many people. From afar, he saw Tang Feng's murderous gaze. Song Yingji was suddenly overjoyed. Mother asterisk Kerr. What am I afraid of? I'm not famous. These guys should be the ones breaking down. Song Yingji recovered in an instant. I'm just an unknown rank 6 instructor. So what if I'm surpassed? These grandmasters, just you wait. Thinking of this, Song Yingji relaxed, happy, and joyful. Right, today is my daughter's martial sciences exam. I'll go and see my daughter. I don't care what rank Fong Ping is. I don't care anymore. Come and beat me up if you can. I'm promoting a book called I Might Be a Fake Immortal. Big Boss selling copyrights. Adapted into movies and television. Brothers, you can read it. Chapter 533. McMao. More and more people noticed Fong Ping. At this moment, Fong Ping was like a Buddha. His golden bones shone brightly, and there were 3 ancient doors above his head. It was as if he was walking out of the doors like a demon from ancient times. At this moment, Fong Ping's vitality was soaring. Other than the 3 doors above him, there was also a vitality light pillar. Old Man Li, who was about to go in a closed-door cultivation, walked out of his courtyard. Not long after, a few MCMAU grandmasters gathered together. Other than Wu Quishan, who was still in closed-door cultivation, everyone was alarmed. Looking at Fong Ping, who was suspended in the air, Lu Fengru's expression did not look right. She frowned and said, his vitality door is about to close. Why isn't he moving? Tang Feng was also at a loss. Huang Jing was speechless. Give him more time to show off and let people notice him. At this moment, he had already sent the people from Star City away, but they did not leave. Luo Yichuan was strolling around the campus with them. In reality, the people from Star City were not in the mood to stroll around either. They were all staring at Feng Ping. They did not speak for a while. Old Man Li muttered, "This kid usually won't drag it out for too long, even if he wants to show off. This time, he dragged it out for a longer time." At this point, Old Man Li's eyes were sharp. He seemed to have seen something. His eyebrows twitched. "This kid is eating dark moon grass." When the others heard him, they noticed it too. Tang Feng was shocked. Could it be? Yes. His mentality has always been strong, even stronger than Tang Feng before. The Grandmasters spoke one after another. Soon they realized something. Lu Fengru frowned. He wants to materialize mentality? It's unheard of for rank 6 mentality to materialize. Can it really be done? Old Man Li said uncertainly, "I'm not sure. Under normal circumstances, before achieving mentality-vitality fusion, vitality can't nurture mentality. I've never heard of anyone materializing mentality before mentality-vitality fusion. When mentality-vitality fusion is achieved, mentality will be rank 7. Under normal circumstances, mentality materialization actually meant rank 7. This was because martial artists would first reach peak vitality and peak rank 6 before mentality would be nurtured and materialized. Without a cultivation method that specialized in mentality, they had never seen a martial artist who could materialize mentality before achieving mentality-vitality fusion. Thinking of this, Li Chongqing suddenly said that Yao Qingjun from the top military academy hasn't materialized his spiritual power yet, right? No, if it really materialized, there will definitely be news about such a big event, Huang Jing added. If Yao Qingjun's mentality materialized, it would not be a small matter. It would cause quite a stir. He had been staying at MCMU all this time, so it was impossible that he did not know about it. Yao Qingjun did not materialize, so there was no precedence. For a moment, everyone did not know what to say. Tang Feng scratched his head and said, "What will materialize if his spiritual energy materializes? Anyway, it's not Big Lion." Old Man Li teased. Tang Feng said nonchalantly, "I think lions are pretty good looking, and they're very powerful too. The materialization of spiritual power could be used in battle. When the Catacomb City Masters fought, they would often release their materialized objects. If human martial artists did not have divine weapons, they would also release their materialized objects to fight. A battle between rank 7 martial artists was actually more dangerous than a rank bait. At every turn, materialized objects would fight and kill each other. Once the materialized object was destroyed and obliterated, mentality would be extinguished. At rank 8, on the contrary, they did not use their materialized objects to fight. These rank 8 powerhouses, when fighting against same-rank martial artists, would be clashing with their golden bodies. When fighting against rank 7, if a rank 7 dared to release a materialized object, it would be directly tearing the other party's mentality apart. Materialized objects could also be integrated with vitality force, turning into materialized objects condensed from celestiality. Their combat power would be even stronger. The more complicated the materialized object, the more powerful it would be. If there was a divine weapon, under normal circumstances, martial artists would integrate the materialized object with the divine weapon. This way, the divine weapon could erupt with powerful power. In the hands of a rank 6, a divine weapon was not strong, but in the hands of a rank 7, it was the strongest external object to enhance combat power. A rank 7 divine weapon was integrated with the heart and brain cores of rank 7 monsters and monster plants. When martial artists integrated their own materialized objects, they were actually activating the divine weapon. It was as if the divine weapon had come to life, recreating the combat power of the monster plants and monsters when they were alive. In this way, martial artists with divine weapons were actually equivalent to 2 people fighting together. Naturally, their strength would be much stronger. A rank 9 powerhouse equipped with a rank 9 divine weapon was equivalent to giving himself half a rank 9 war pet. How could it not be strong? As for a rank 7 divine weapon, to a rank 9 powerhouse, it was better than nothing. It could only slightly increase their combat power. Fong Ping had always felt that Wu Chuan had embarrassed the Guardian and the rank 9 powerhouse. Wu Chuan did not have a rank 9 divine weapon. Otherwise, if he had a rank 9 divine weapon, even if Old Man Li and Wu Quishan joined forces, they might not be his match. As the few of them were talking, Huang Jing crossed his arms in front of his chest, raising his eyebrows slightly. If this kid really wants to materialize mentality, what do you think his obsession is? To be honest, I can't really see through this kid. Don't be fooled by his cheeky face. Do any of you know what he really cares about? Materialized objects were also the embodiment of a kind of obsession. Lu Feng's obsession was to kill the Sky Gate City Lord. Tang Feng's obsession. It was hard to explain. Perhaps he had been called Big Lion too many times, so he developed the idea that he was really a mad lion. When Old Man Li materialized, he materialized a sword. His obsession in this life was martial arts. It was the same for Huang Jing. Under normal circumstances, martial artists yearned for greater strength, especially at their level, who had not fought in the catacombs for many years. Humans were weak, Sino Nation was weak. Martial artists all yearned to increase their strength. That was why among grandmasters, materialized weapons were the most common. Weapons were meant to kill. As soon as Huang Jing said that, everyone fell silent. Tang Feng hesitated. Money? This kid used to love money. Old Man Li, on the other hand, shook his head and said, that's not necessarily the case. He wants money, but it doesn't mean that he needs money himself. What he needs is what money can bring him, such as the improvement of his abilities and the exchange of resources. Earning money was just a process to become stronger. Martial artists loved money, but they also did not care about money. Money only brought them an increase in strength. Then there's no way to guess. Everyone could not figure out what Fong Ping was thinking. The young Fong Ping did things in a hurry. He looked stupid and crude, but Fong Ping had his own ideas. If he was really stupid, he would not have made it to where he was now. If he was really simple, a naive martial artist would have died somewhere long ago. The more he thought, the more complicated his thoughts became. It was hard to say what Fong Ping would materialize. MCMAU's grandmasters guessed that Fong Ping was going to materialize mentality. The students had not thought of this yet. In their eyes, mentality materialization was something that only grandmasters could do. Although they did not think of this, everyone saw the 3 huge doors. One of them was about to close. The president is going to defy the heavens. He just broke through rank 6 last time, and now he's going to enter middle stage rank 6. The president is not satisfied with the rank 6 ranking list. He's ranked 18th. Our president has always been first since rank 3. I think the president is ready to rush to first place quickly and complete his 4th consecutive championship. Since rank 3, Fong Ping had been first on the ranking list. He reached it at the fastest speed every time. Now, he was not even in the top 10 of the rank 6 ranking list. The MCMAU students felt indignant for Fong Ping. Even if the martial artists who were ranked ahead of him were all old men and women, the students still believed that Fong Ping should be the first. Someone laughed softly and said, the president has broken through. Let's remember to congratulate him. It's another big income. As soon as this was said, 1 spread to 10, 10 spread to 100. Very soon, the whole school understood. The opportunity to take advantage of the rich was here. The students could not wait for Fong Ping to break through every day. The president was rich. Every time there was a breakthrough or a happy event, it was a big bleeding. The students had long since grasped the pattern. The others were discussing. Fong Ping, on the other hand, continued to eat grass. This time, he exchanged 10 stalks of dark moon grass. Dark moon grass was consumed by rank 7 grandmasters. Its effect was excellent. Originally, Fong Ping's mentality was already as high as 949 Hz. After consuming a stalk of dark moon grass, it went straight to 980 Hz. After consuming the second stalk, It only went up to 992 hertz. The effect of the second stalk was instantly weakened. This made Fong Ping frown uncontrollably. It seemed like he had reached a point where he was close to his limit. However, he was worried that the power of the reverse nourishment later would not be enough. Fong Ping gritted his teeth and consumed the third stalk of dark moon grass. 5 billion worth of dark moon grass. He ate 3 stalks in one go. Fortunately, after consuming 3 stalks of dark moon grass in a row, although the increase was getting smaller and smaller, it still allowed Fong Ping's mentality to reach 999 hertz. At this time, Fong Ping knew that if he continued to eat, he might not be able to increase anymore. Barriers could only be broken by oneself. The system did not show a plus sign. Otherwise, the system could forcefully break this barrier. Vitality, 7,999 calories. Mentality, 999 hertz. They've reached a limit. Can mentality materialize when the vitality gate is closed? Fong Ping felt a little uneasy. He had not heard of rank 6 martial artists materializing mentality until now. Previously, Lu Fengru was prepared to forcefully materialize because she could not achieve mentality-vitality fusion. However, she did not materialize at first. Instead, she forcefully completed the fusion. As for the other rank 6 martial artists, even if they could not achieve mentality-vitality fusion, their mentality would generally not reach the stage of materialization. Although he felt a little uneasy, Fong Ping was not too worried. Even if he could not materialize at this time, it would happen sooner or later. He was only in early stage rank 6. Even if middle stage could not do it, what about upper stage rank 6? Don't worry too much. Even if I can't materialize it, it's no big deal. Fong Ping comforted himself in his heart. He could not help but let his imagination run wild. What exactly is my materialization? Old Man Li told him that this was the manifestation of obsession. Did he have an obsession? Fong Ping did not know. He really did not know what kind of obsession he had. A person's obsession might not be clear until the very last moment. Who cares? Fong Ping did not think too much. In the next moment, the vitality pillar above his head became even stronger. Downstairs in the school archives, a few grandmasters had rushed over. He's about to break through. This kid, I really want to slice him into pieces. Huang Jing mumbled to himself. There was no one else who could match his cultivation speed. Old Man Li glanced at him and said nothing. Huang Jing, on the other hand, sensed something and could not help but curse in a low voice. Li Chongsheng, I'm your senior. Why are you looking at me like you're going to slice me into pieces? What do you mean? This senior brother of his was a proper senior brother. Both of them were the old vice-chancellor's students and had stayed in MCMAU. Back then, Huang Jing would hit this kid if he wanted to. He was 10 years older than Li Chongsheng. When he was an instructor in MCMU, Li Chongsheng had not entered the school yet. After entering the school, the old vice-chancellor had a lot of things to do and did not care much. Huang Jing had also taught Li Chongsheng for a long time. Now, however, this bastard had become stronger. He actually dared to glare at him, an old man who was half a senior and half a senior. Old Man Li pursed his lips and said vaguely, "Did I say anything?" Huang Jing's expression was unfriendly. "Just you wait. I'll hammer you to death sooner or later." Just as they were talking, above their heads, Fong Ping suddenly let out a roar. "Seal!" When this roar came out, the entire school's teachers and students' spirits were lifted. Not far away, Qin Fengqing's eyes were gloomy. Why bother? It was just early stage to middle stage rank 6, which rank 6 made such a big fuss that they could not cultivate anymore. Those who did not know would think that rank 9 had reached the peak. Other rank 6 instructors did not say anything when they broke through a small rank. They only told others when they broke through. You, on the other hand, thinking about these, Qin Fengqing could not help but curse in a low voice. "If you can't seal it, let's see if you'll embarrass yourself or not." Mother asterisk her, he made such a big fuss every time. If this vitality gate could not be sealed, he would embarrass himself all the way to his grandma's house. Just as Qin Fengqing was feeling complicated, a rumble came from the void. This time, Qin Fengqing did not utter a word. Instead, he lifted his head and looked at Fang Ping, his face full of surprise. This fellow's sealing of the gate was so big and fast. Midair, Fang Ping let out a roar. In the void, the gap left behind by the Vitality Gate was completely sealed by him in the blink of an eye. The moment the gate was closed, the Vitality Gate became clearer and more real. The Vitality Gate that was initially like a mirage was now extremely clear, as if it really existed in this space, standing tall above Fang Ping's head. Rumble! Another rumble came from the void. Immediately after, an invisible force was transmitted from the gate to Fang Ping's body. Fang Ping had felt this force the last time. When the Sanjiao Gate materialized in another void, it had given Fang Ping a feedback. This time, the power transmitted from the sealed Vitality Gate was even stronger. The first thing that increased was Vitality Force. 8,000 calories broke through in an instant. 8,100 calories, 8,200 calories. In the past, the Vitality Force that grew slowly was now increasing rapidly in units of hundreds of cal. Fang Ping's golden bones became more brilliant. His half-golden body also began to shine. His internal organs began to glow a faint golden color. Initially, his internal organs were only in a crystalline state. At this moment, they began to show signs of turning into a golden body. A rank 8 powerhouse's entire body was golden. Only when the entire body was golden would it be a complete golden body. At this moment, the degree of Fang Ping's golden body was even higher. His blood also began to glow with a faint golden luster. His vitality force skyrocketed, rising all the way to 8,999 calories before stopping. This was the normal state of martial arts cultivation. Fang Ping did not mind it. The moment his vitality force stopped increasing, Fang Ping opened his eyes abruptly. Golden light flickered in his eyes. 2 golden rays pierced through the void. At this moment, martial artists who did not know what was going on might really think that a golden body powerhouse had arrived. Just a little more, just a little more. This is not enough. Fang Ping roared in his heart. 999 Hz mentality actually did not reach 1,000 Hz after the feedback. This 1 Hz increase was actually so difficult. For the first time, the system panel showed a situation where the numbers were floating and jumping. In the mentality column, the number of 999 Hz kept jumping, but it still could not break through. This is the biggest hurdle I've encountered. This time I must break through. Some of the instructors and students below thought that Fang Ping had already finished breaking through and were waiting to cheer. However, when they saw Fang Ping not moving, the golden light flashing in his eyes, and the vitality pillar becoming stronger, many of them swallowed their words. What's wrong with the president? Did something happen during the breakthrough? That can't be right. Isn't the Vitality Gate closed? Look, the Vitality Gate has already solidified. Look, Vice Chancellor Huang and the others seem very nervous. What's going on? Everyone was discussing fervently. Some of them looked worried. Everyone in MCMU really admired Fang Ping. Even if he had been tormented many times, how many fools were there to become martial artists? Compared to other schools, even compared to CCMAU, MCMAU treated its students the best. It was so good that when MCMAU students went out to speak, their backs would be straighter than others. And all of this was due to Fang Ping. The stronger Fang Ping was, the more advantageous it was for MCMAU. Everyone knew this. If something went wrong during this breakthrough, no one dared to think about it. If something really went wrong, it would be terrible. In another place, Jiang Chao and the others looked strange. Li Fei frowned and asked, "What's wrong with him?" The expression of the leading Stellar Sky City Grandmaster changed again and again. He said in a low voice, "Good heavens, the void is shaking. Can't you feel it?" What? He's going to materialize mentality. Grandmaster powerhouses had strong mentality. Previously, this Grandmaster did not think too much about it. However, at this moment, he felt it. He felt Fang Ping's strong mentality stirring the void, shaking it constantly, trying to break through a limit. Having experienced it once, he understood what Fong Ping was doing. This monster from MCMAU wanted to materialize mentality at middle stage rank 6. No one in Stellar Sky City had ever done this before. It was not an exaggeration to call him a monster. Mentality materialization. How is this possible? Everyone's tone was shrill. This was impossible. At this moment, in midair, Fong Ping was furious. A golden petal appeared in his hand. Heavenly golden lotus. It was not a whole lotus. Fong Ping had only exchanged 20 billion for one lotus petal. The heavenly golden lotus from the Forbidden Sea. It was difficult to find such a treasure even in Stellar Sky City. If eaten, it would be effective even for rank 8 powerhouses. At this moment, in order to break through the limit, Fong Ping did not care how rare it was. He was only 1 Hertz mentality away, but he could not break through. This made Fong Ping furious. This time, he had paid such a high price, but he still could not break through. This made him feel like he had lost out. Throw another 20 billion at him. As soon as the heavenly golden lotus entered his stomach, the void began to shake violently. At this moment, even martial artists who had not reached the stage of expelling their mentality could feel it. In the crowd, an instructor exclaimed, "He's going to materialize mentality." What? He's crazy. Just as everyone was shocked, Fong Ping roared, "Materialize! Rumble!" At this moment, all the Grandmaster-level powerhouses in Magic City felt the change. Another Grandmaster in MCMAU, Luo Yichuan? Mother asterisk Kerr, is there still justice in this world? How many people have broken through this year? At this moment, some were envious, some were cursing. MCMU was too exciting. In a year, there were people who broke through and entered rank 7. The last time they held a Grandmaster banquet for the 3 high Grandmasters. It had only been a few days, and someone had materialized mentality again. Cursing aside, these Grandmasters got up and flew toward MCMAU. They also wanted to see who it was this time. MCMU's Luo Yichuan had just achieved mentality-vitality fusion. How could he break through so quickly? Was there still any law? McMao! Rumble! A loud sound spread through the void. In the blink of an eye, a golden flatbread flew out of Fong Ping's body. Other than those who knew, everyone was stunned. MCMU students had seen mentality materialization a few times this year. In fact, they already knew that Fong Ping was materializing mentality. But did he not fly out a bridge? Why? Why was the president a golden flatbread? This golden flatbread became bigger and bigger, blotting out the sky. It was as if a second sun had risen in the sky. At such a solemn moment, someone wanted to laugh hysterically. What was going on? And this was not the end. In the next moment, other people had 3 gates sitting on the bridge, while Fong Ping, the Sanjiao gate in the void, seemed to be stuck for a moment. After a while, a vitality gate flew out alone, flying toward the golden flatbread. Everyone was stunned. Old man, Li said in a daze. There's someone who flew through a gate alone? The Sanjiao gate was not completely sealed, not completely solidified. No one knew that this would happen. Only a solidified gate flew toward the flatbread. Their worldview was turned upside down. Not only were their worldview turned upside down, but the Grandmasters who flew over from Magic City were also dumbfounded. What is this? This is Fong Ping? In a materialized mentality that has been dismantled. They were stunned. Fong Ping was stunned too, looking at only the vitality gate flying over. Fong Ping almost cursed out loud. There was such a situation? Did the Sanjiao gate not advance and retreat together? It could even be separated? Fong Ping was dumbfounded. He could not figure out the situation now. There was no time to figure it out either. The vitality gate's tricks were not over yet. When this gate saw the golden flatbread, it did not seem to know where to land for a moment. It circled in the sky for a while, and finally landed abruptly in the center of the flatbread. Fong Ping had created a miracle once again. It was completely different from everyone else's materialization process. There was nothing similar about it. The Grandmasters began to shake their heads. They had learned something new. They had really learned something new. Lou Fingers stared at the materialization process in a daze as she mumbled, "I hope the materialized object won't cause any more trouble." She was on the verge of breaking down now. This brat's materialization process made her speechless. Just as she finished speaking, Old Man Lee's gaze was strange. "I'm afraid something is really going to happen." At this moment, the prototype of the materialized object began to appear in the void. Chapter 534. In the void, Fong Ping's mentality began to solidify. A slightly shabby house appeared in front of everyone. A house. No one had expected Fong Ping to materialize a tiny house. The house looked a little shabby. As the house appeared, it was as if someone was decorating the house and adding those pieces of furniture. Some worn-out pieces of furniture slowly appeared in the old house. Below the materialization, Fong Ping's eyes flickered. No one knew what he was thinking. An old house. The old house in Sun City was not the one in Scenic Lake Gardens, but the one in Lakeview Gardens, Block 6, Room 101. The old house that he had lived in for 2 lifetimes. The house continued to materialize and continue to be perfected. Fong Ping's mentality seemed to be running out. Fong Ping did not speak. He quietly replenished his mentality and continued to materialize. The house, the furniture, the walls. A complete house began to appear in front of everyone. Many were at a loss. Many were silent. At this moment, no one spoke. Li Changsheng and the others were also a little dazed. This house? What did it mean? They thought that the materialization of the house was the end, but this was just the beginning. When the house appeared, a few vague silhouettes appeared in the house. Ping Ping, brother, in the void, there seemed to be some inaudible voices. 3 blurry silhouettes appeared in the house. Fong Ping, is his obsession his family? Someone murmured. At this moment, everyone could see that it might be Fong Ping's home. No one would have thought that the courageous and invincible Fong Ping, who was as bright as the sun, could not let go of this. Among the grandmasters who flew over, some were a little dazed and had some indescribable discomfort. Even a prodigy like this yearned for this kind of peaceful life. Yes, the campaign had been too long. Too many people had died in battle. For someone like Fong Ping, deep in his heart, what he longed for the most was to enjoy the warmth of a family with his family. Indescribable discomfort, indescribable sorrow. Martial artists dying in the catacombs was the highest honor. Who really understood martial artists? The honor and glory in the eyes of outsiders, who did not know that it might just be a cover. "I miss home," someone murmured, but his eyes were blank. Where was home? How many years had it been? His parents died in battle. He was alone, fighting in the catacombs for decades. How could he have a home? The figure in his memory was already blurred. The materialized object was still changing. In the house, a few illusory silhouettes had yet to materialize completely, and there were only 3 silhouettes. Fong Ping was not there. Fong Ping was not there. Soon, the house turned into a dilapidated old building. It was even more dilapidated than the old houses in Yang City. Unfortunately, not many people knew about this. Even Wang Jinyang did not think much of it when he saw this scene. Wang Jinyang had been to the old house in Lakeview Garden. It was very shabby, but not as shabby as it was now. However, Wang Jinyang did not pay much attention to this small change. An old building rose from the ground. Soon, another old building rose from the ground. These floors were not as solid as before. They were somewhat illusory. Even so, it was still shocking. The more complex the materialization, the more powerful it was. Fong Ping's ability to materialize his own house as if it was real had already shocked many grandmasters. Who would have thought that he still had the strength to continue? Even if the last part was a little vague, it was still enough to shock everyone. However, there was still no sign of this ending. Soon, an old residential area appeared. There was only the appearance. There was no substance, except for the house that belonged to Fong Ping. In the residential area, blurrier silhouettes appeared. They looked like old people sunbathing, like children playing. That kind of tranquility, that kind of carefreeness. Even if the silhouettes could not be seen clearly, one could still feel the sense of freedom and carefreeness. A residential area. If in the beginning, everyone was shocked by Fong Ping's materialization, now they were shocked by Fong Ping's strength. Some people could materialize buildings of this scale, but they were all slowly filled in later. NMU's old vice-chancellor spent many years, but could not achieve this step. He could not truly materialize NMAU. Fong Ping did not either. However, he had only reached the stage of materialization. It was already shocking enough to be able to materialize a microscopic model. This, however, was not the end. Fong Ping was constantly replenishing his mentality. The endless consumption made Fong Ping's face a little pale. Consumption and replenishment were also very tiring. However, Fong Ping did not care. He wanted to see how far he could go. The residential area appeared. Soon it began to spread. The streets outside Lakeview Gardens appeared. The residential area next to it appeared. Everyone seemed to be looking at a painting. Fong Ping was the painter, filling in the painting continuously. No, Wang Jinyang realized that something was wrong. He murmured, "This is not the present," or rather, this was not the Sun City in his memory. Many things had changed. When he saw some buildings that had never appeared before near Lakeview Gardens, Wang Jinyang murmured, could it be the future that he imagined? A peaceful and tranquil future world? This thought suddenly appeared in Wang Jinyang's mind. So, the Fong Ping who did not seem to care about anything, the Fong Ping who was extremely bold, only desired this? Li Hansong said in a low voice, "As expected. I knew it." As the Celestial Emperor, as the leader of the ancient martial artists, what he desired was indeed to pacify the catacombs. This is a true martial artist. This is the leader of martial artists. Wang Jinyang was speechless. Li Hansong suddenly said excitedly, "People like us only fight to pacify the catacombs in this life. The future should be like this. No war, no destitution, no death in a foreign land. Fong Ping is the one with true determination. We've bled too much. I don't want future generations to fight in the catacombs. I don't want generations of martial artists to die. That's not courage. That's just helplessness and sorrow." In the air, the materialization continued. The Lakeview Gardens area was still expanding. It was still materializing. In the later stages, it became more blurry. Even so, everyone was moved. A city, a rank 6 martial artist was materializing a city, a quiet and peaceful city. And this city seemed to be still expanding. Fong Ping's face was extremely pale. It was a little difficult for him to hold on. It's not just Sun City. Don't tell me he wants to materialize the whole world. The thing is, I'm not familiar with it. Fong Ping did not know if he was happy or sad. The materialization did not stop. It looked like it would continue. The thing was, he was familiar with Sun City. He was not familiar with other places. The materialization did not come out of thin air. If he materialized the wrong map, how embarrassing would that be? Forget it. I'll fill it in later stages. It's already eye-catching enough. If this continues, everyone will collapse. Fong Ping roughly knew what he was going to materialize. A future world. A world without martial artists. A world where even if they could not earn money, they would not starve to death. At least, they would not have to face the threat of death and the threat of human destruction all the time. As expected, I'm just a nobody. In this turbulent era, what I yearn for is to return to that world. What a joke. He thought he had adapted to everything today. He thought he could face everything today calmly, facing the killings, facing the catacombs, facing the powerhouses who could easily destroy a city. Only now did Fong Ping understand that his obsession was to return to that world. What a joke. You're a coward in your bones. You have to pretend to be fearless. I'm very afraid of death. I'm also afraid of my family dying. I'm even afraid of seeing all my acquaintances die. But in the next moment, Fong Ping suddenly restrained himself and shouted, "May the world be peaceful and without war. I, Fong Ping, will only work hard for the well-being of the people and the prosperity of the country. I will fight for this, even if I die without regrets." As soon as these words came out, everyone understood now. even if they did not understand the meaning of materialization before. Many people were moved. Some of the grandmasters from outside did not even think that Fong Ping was only a rank 6. An old grandmaster with white hair said loudly, "General Fong has great spirit. You're a prodigy martial artist, fully deserving of the title. Sino Nation's blessing. General has a great ambition. Although we are weak, we will definitely do our part for the well-being of the people and the prosperity of the country." Among the younger generation, only General Frenzied Blade can be called a martial arts leader. The grandmasters praised him to the extreme. Look, this was a prodigy, a leader. It did not mean that you could be a leader just because you were strong. Fong Ping was not considered too strong, even if his mentality was materialized now. However, he was wholeheartedly focused on quelling the threat of the catacombs. He did not consider a family or a country. A martial artist like this was really rare. At least looking at the big picture, Fong Ping's big picture was really admirable. Those grandmasters from outside, even if they were older than Fong Ping's grandfather, treated Fong Ping as their peer at this time. Martial artists did not look at age. Some people did not understand how a martial artist with great spirit like Fong Ping could achieve what he had today. Now everyone understood. If this kind of person was not strong, who could be strong? The outsiders were still cheering. Li Chongqing and the others looked at each other. Why did they feel that something was not right? Fong Ping had such great spirit. He was actually thinking about world peace. It sounded a little fake. However, the people and furniture were materialized here. A quiet and peaceful city, in line with Fong Ping's world peace, people's well-being, did not seem wrong. Did MCMU have such a big shot? And this big shot was their student? Lu Fengers said in a barely audible voice. Do you guys think there's a problem? Tang Feng said solemnly. This is probably what he's thinking. The materialization can prove everything. This kid Fong Ping, when he was weak, I didn't really like him. I thought he was too realistic and selfish. But now, to be fair, Fong Ping is destined to leave his name in history. Old Man Li could not help but scratch his head. He said awkwardly, "Is that so? If this kid says he wants to protect his family, I believe him. But if he says forget it, who cares?" Old Man Li did not want to think about it anymore. Anyway, he felt that Fong Ping was not that great. If this kid was so great, he could jump off a building. No, he could jump into the Forbidden Sea. Those who did not know Fong Ping well believed Fong Ping's nonsense. Those who were familiar with Fong Ping were mostly skeptical. A small portion, like Qin Fengqing, did not believe him at all. They scolded in a low voice. World peace? Like hell I'll believe you. This guy can fool middle and low-ranked martial artists. But now he's even fooling grandmasters from outside. He did not believe Fong Ping. Oh my, he's even acting like he wants to maintain world peace. Do you think I'm stupid? Qin Fengqing suspected that if the catacombs really attacked, this kid Fong Ping, seeing that he was no match for them, might even run away with his family. The possibility was very high. Qin Fengqing did not believe him, but Li Hansong believed him without a doubt. This was because, in his opinion, a leader must have a leader's boldness and breadth of mind. In the past, he had suspected that Fong Ping used to be a nobody. Maybe he was his underling. Now, however, Iron Head did not think so. He was ashamed of his inferiority. He was not as good as Fong Ping. At least from the perspective of the big picture, he did not think as far as Fong Ping did. That greatness and greatness could only be achieved by a leader. Ironhead had completely fallen for it. Wang Jinyang looked at Li Hansong and sighed softly. Actually, he also felt that something was not quite right. However, since Ironhead believed and admired Fong Ping so much, he could not say anything. Fine, he would let Fong Ping do whatever he wanted. In midair, the materialized Sun City did not dissipate immediately. Instead, it entered the Vitality Gate. The Vitality Gate that was initially sealed could actually be opened now. This scene was also shocking to everyone. Fong Ping did not care about this. Instead, he bowed slightly to the grandmasters around him and said modestly, "Grandmasters, please don't make fun of me anymore. My abilities are shallow, and I can't take this. This is just a small wish of mine. How would I dare to embarrass myself in front of the Grandmasters and make a fool of myself? If someone hears this, they'll laugh at me to death. The old Grandmaster who first praised Fong Ping said seriously, General Frenzied Blade, you don't have to be so humble. You can cultivate if you're weak. No one is born a powerhouse. General, you've materialized your mentality in your 20s and sealed the Vitality Gate. This is unprecedented. A high rank is just around the corner. With a young talent like you, General, we humans have hope and a future. That's right. That's true. General, you don't have to be so humble. Fong Ping sighed in his heart. These people, I didn't pay them. The thing is, if you guys flatter me like this, I'll be embarrassed too. If I say now that the catacombs are really attacking and I need to find a place to hide, will you guys hack me to death? Perhaps everyone would think that he was preserving humanity's hope, intending to lead humanity to counterattack again in a desperate situation. Am I going to gain a group of Grandmaster fans now? Fong Ping's imagination ran wild. Of course, it was nonsense to expect people to bow down to him just because of the materialization. In the future, he could show some benevolence and righteousness, as well as the attitude of serving the country and the people. Who knows? He might really convince these Grandmasters. People, they're too outstanding. They'll believe anything they say. I just want to live a peaceful life. I'm just saying a few things casually, and you guys take it seriously. Fong Ping criticized in his heart for a while, but he could not hide the joy on his face. The mentality materialized. Moreover, it was a small city. Although it was not completely lifelike, Fong Ping felt that it should be much stronger than Lu Fengru's dynamic map. It was also stronger than Big Lion's Golden Lion. In the future, if anyone provokes me, I'll move the city and smash them. That's awesome. The key is that I can continue to fill in the gaps. When I go back, I'll go around the country and look around the world. Maybe I can really materialize a world map. Maybe it'll be Earth. Damn, when I'm fighting, I can smash people with Earth. Isn't that awesome? I can smash people's mentality in an instant. When Fong Ping thought of this, he almost could not hold back his laughter. Of course, he had to be more reserved. There were still many Grandmasters from outside. Moreover, although the strength of the materialized object was related to the materialized object itself, the strength of the mentality and the materialized object's realism were more important. Not to mention rank 8 and rank 9. Even if it were to smash a rank 7 powerhouse, there was a high probability that it would not be able to beat them. At this moment, thousands of students below him roared, "Congratulations to the president for materializing mentality and becoming a Grandmaster. Congratulations to the Grandmaster. Congratulations to MCMEU." Fong Ping was dumbfounded. You guys are exaggerating a little too much. Can't you see that only one of my Sanjiao Gate is sealed? There are so many Grandmasters here, and you guys still dare to brag like this? You're inflating. At the thought of this, Fong Ping said loudly, "Students, you've misunderstood. I'm not a Grandmaster yet, so I don't deserve the title of Grandmaster. Ha ha ha, General. You don't have to be so humble. It'll happen sooner or later." Some Grandmasters did not take it seriously and laughed loudly. With General Fong's breakthrough speed, a high rank is just a snap of the fingers. That's right, it'll happen sooner or later. He deserves this title. We, on the other hand, are a little behind. Ha ha. The rise of the younger generation powerhouses is also what we want to see, especially a prodigy like General Fong. Fong Ping was now in a difficult position. Enough. Stop bragging. If you continue to flatter me, should I charge you if something happens in the future? Should I write an IOU? Fong Ping did not reply and immediately descended from the sky. The other Grandmasters landed one after another. There was still a Grandmaster who was still supporting him, saying, "General Fong is willing to." Before he could finish, Fong Ping immediately said with a straight face, "No, I admit that my ability is shallow and my strength is low. I dare not think of myself as a Grandmaster." Thank you for your kindness, Grandmasters. Having said that, Fong Ping winked at Lu Fengru and the others. "Help! If I get blown any further, I'll be roasted on the fire." Lu Fengru was speechless. I knew this kid wasn't that kind of person. Now he's gone too far. Although she was speechless, Lu Fengru still interrupted. Everyone, let's disperse for today. Young people shouldn't be so arrogant. It might not be a good thing. I hope everyone can understand what I mean. Dean Lu, what are you saying? However, Dean Lu can produce a student like General Fong. Lu Fengru felt that it was a little harsh and said awkwardly, just call me Fong Ping. I say, you guys are already so old. It's about time. Why are you still calling me General? Hurry up and leave. Don't keep us here. As soon as she said that, the Grandmasters could not help but laugh. They stopped talking and nodded at Huang Jing and the others. Finally, they looked at Fong Ping as if they were looking at their sons, their faces full of satisfaction. Only when Fong Ping was about to break down did the Grandmasters leave one after another. As soon as they left, Lu Fengru curled her lips and said, just you wait. Do these old guys really think they're praising you? After tomorrow, wherever you go, you'll meet their granddaughters, great-granddaughters. As soon as she said that, Fong Ping's face stiffened. He said dryly, really? Huh? Lu Fengru laughed coldly. Old Man Li, on the other hand, looked like he was experienced. He said, you will. In the future, wherever you go, you'll meet women. Kid, take it easy. Don't eat whatever you want. If you eat them, they'll definitely blame you for it. Fong Ping wanted to cry, but no tears came out. How could it be so evil? On the other hand, Chen Yunxi, who had rushed over to congratulate him, heard that and her face stiffened instantly. In the future, would Fong Ping meet women who came to his door everywhere? That seemed to be the case. Fong Ping was so outstanding. All the women in the world should like him. What should she do? At this moment, Chen Yunxi's heart was ringing with alarm. She believed that Fong Ping was not that kind of person. However, she could not stop those women from worshipping Fong Ping and sticking to him shamelessly. That would not be good. Chen Yunxi gritted her teeth, feeling anxious. Fong Ping glanced at her from the corner of his eye. He was a little speechless. Troublesome. I wanted to say a few more words. In the next moment, Old Man Li and Lu Fengru did not hold back at all. Both of them moved at the same time, grabbing Fong Ping's neck at the same time, ready to take him away. They had questions to ask. Fong Ping felt this scene. He was so angry that his face turned red. He said in a low voice, I'm a general now. Look at the situation now. Do you still think I'm a nobody? Lu Fengru and Old Man Li ignored him, especially Lu Fengru. She was determined to take him away. Nothing else. I'm afraid I won't have the chance. F***CK. This kid's mentality had already materialized. At this speed, he might be rank 7 in a few months. When Fong Ping really became rank 7, even if Fong Ping asked her to take him away, she would not do it. Rank 7 was a real grandmaster. She had to save some face for Fong Ping. Now that he was still rank 6, there was no need to save face. Lu Fengru took the shining Fong Ping away. Fong Ping's golden light shone brightly, not letting outsiders see what was going on. Old Man Li, Huang Jing, and the rest were all smiles. Who asked you to be so smug? In the end, you still had to admit defeat. Huang Jing's hands were itching. If he did not teach this kid a lesson now, there would not be a chance in the future. Thinking back, he had crushed Fong Ping many times in the past. Not only had he crushed him, but he had also thrown Fong Ping directly into the Southern Sea. Thinking of this, Huang Jing suddenly looked at Tang Feng and said, this kid has really reached rank 7. Will he do what he did to Lil Song last time? Will he come and deal with us secretly? The corner of Tang Feng's mouth twitched slightly. The possibility was very high. Based on this kid's personality, he would do anything. Once he turned around and restrained his aura, he would sneakily give them a few smacks on the head. There would really be no place for them to reason with. Chapter 535. Just as Fong Ping was being carried away, the news spread. Fong Ping's vitality gate is closed. His mentality has materialized. Those were the exact words. Soon it became, Fong Ping's mentality has materialized. Not long after, it became, Fong Ping has become a Grandmaster. Grandmaster Fong. the youngest Grandmaster powerhouse among humans. Unprecedented and unparalleled, leaving his name on the Grandmaster ranking. Unbelievable. The news spread like wildfire. Today was the day the martial sciences exam was about to begin. Originally, the exam with tens of millions of participants was the big event that everyone was paying attention to. However, when the news of Fong Ping becoming a Grandmaster spread, it instantly suppressed all the news. A 20-year-old Grandmaster powerhouse. How could it not cause a commotion? Martial arts were now widespread. Powerhouses could fly in the sky and burrow underground. Grandmasters were like gods. How many Grandmasters were there in Sino Nation? There were less than 500 high ranks. There were more than 1 billion people. This number of Grandmasters sounded like a lot, but in reality, it was really very few. Today, a young martial artist had become a Grandmaster in the blink of an eye. It was too shocking. MCMAU-affiliated high school. Fong Yuan had just finished her assessment and was about to leave when she heard someone shout, "General Frenzy Blade has broken through to Grandmaster." What? Really? Isn't he early stage rank 6? It's true. The person shouted, "General Frenzy Blade has really become a Grandmaster." Just now, all the Grandmasters in Magic City went to congratulate him. He's really a Grandmaster? The crowd was in an uproar. Fong Yuan's mouth was agape, her round face stretched. Fong Ping had become a Grandmaster? In the past, she did not understand what it meant to be a Grandmaster. Even if she did not, she knew that Grandmasters were people that all humans should respect. Back then, Fong Ping had only mentioned the name of a Grandmaster, and people had already said Grandmasters should not be called by their names directly. It was clear that in everyone's eyes, Grandmasters were the most powerful and invincible of people. Now, people were saying that her brother had become a Grandmaster. In the next moment, Fong Yuan sprinted toward MCMAU. Halfway there, she picked up her phone and quickly called. She could not suppress her ecstasy. She laughed loudly and said, "My brother has become a Grandmaster." This ecstatic roar attracted the attention of many passers-by. However, someone still couldn't help but sigh. Could this child have gone crazy from practicing martial arts? If you say that your grandfather has become a Grandmaster, we will still look at you. If you say that your brother has become a Grandmaster, how old is this kid that ran over? Fong Yuan might have run away, but there was an old acquaintance among the crowd. Song Ningji had just received his daughter, and his expression was extremely strange. What a joke. Grandmaster? Are you sure you're not kidding me? When I left just now, he was still sealing his vitality gate. I've only been gone for about half an hour, and you're telling me that Fong Ping has become a Grandmaster? Song Ningji really wanted to punch the fellow who came to report the news. However, when he heard that even a middle-ranked martial artist around him was talking about this matter, old Song was at a loss. Seeing that her father was in a daze, Song said worriedly, "Dad, Big Brother Fong has become a Grandmaster. Don't go against him in the future." Song Ningji was so angry that he almost vomited blood. Me against him? That kid was so narrow-minded. What was Fong Ping's reason for fighting with him? It was the processing fee he had received from this kid. How many credits was it? 1 credit? It seemed to be 1 credit. For the sake of 1 credit, that bastard Fong Ping had held a grudge until now. He even wanted him to clean the toilets. Song Ningji was so angry that he was about to vomit blood. He has become a Grandmaster. I don't believe it. Song Ningji did not believe it at all. He did not want to return to the university at first, but now he could not help but say, "I'll go back and take a look." You go home by yourself. If this bastard really becomes a Grandmaster, your dad will really have to clean toilets in the future. Cleaning toilets, of course. However, if Fong Ping became a Grandmaster, MCMU would really be the kid's world. Who knew what kind of tricks he would come up with later? Would he secretly beat him up? Would he put a sack over him and beat him up? Damn, it was very possible. Now that he had become a Grandmaster, he had the right to be arrogant. He had to confirm it. Thinking of this, Song Ningji suddenly thought of Fong Yuan. The next moment, Song Ningji's face turned red. I actually thought of waiting for Fong Yuan to enter the university and beat him up. I have fallen. That was a bastard thing done by Fong Ping, Qin Fengqing, and the others. I actually thought of it in this direction. It was too embarrassing. Fortunately, it was from the bottom of his heart. Otherwise, if his daughter heard it, how could he keep his face as a father? This is too embarrassing. Motherf asterisk her. What has MCMU become because of this group of little bastards? Song Yingji would never admit that these were his true thoughts. They were definitely influenced by Fong Ping and the others. He was a rank 6 martial artist, and the person he wanted to beat up was his daughter's classmate, a 16-year-old girl. God, I'd rather dig a hole in the ground. While Songyu was still in a daze, Song Yingji ran away. He ran so fast that his face was red. The news spread like wildfire. It was even on the internet. Some grandmasters from other places did not know what was going on. They all asked the grandmasters in Magic City for the news, and they were all extremely shocked. Fong Ping had become a rank 7? The two presidents of the Martial Arts Association began to consider whether or not to change Fong Ping's title. Fong Ping was very dissatisfied with this title. He said that he would settle the score with them sooner or later. However, the two Grandmaster presidents thought that this kid was only a rank 6. How could they be afraid of this kid? But now, if he really became a rank 7, the two presidents would have to reconsider. The outside world had spread the word that he was a Grandmaster. Naturally, Fong Ping knew nothing about it. At this moment, Fong Ping looked at the few people opposite him helplessly. What were they doing? Not only did they not congratulate him, but they also looked like they wanted to hack him to death. Was this the attitude of a teacher? Was it not just mentality materialization? Was it not possible that he would surpass them soon? As a teacher, if he did not have this little bit of magnanimity, how could he be a role model? That day, I achieved rank 4 in a year. They said that I would reach rank 8 in 2 years. Am I not rank 8 yet? Just as Fong Ping was cursing in his heart and amusing himself, Huang Jing coughed softly and interrupted this strange atmosphere. He said, mentality materialization is such a big thing. Why didn't you tell us in advance? You're only early stage rank 6. Middle stage, Fong Ping added in a low voice. Shut up. Lu Fengru scolded. It's not your place to interrupt. Listen carefully. If it was in the past, she would be happy to watch Fong Ping talk a little. Now, she was extremely annoyed at Fong Ping. If he interrupted again, she would really beat him up. Fong Ping was helpless. He was as obedient as a child. He looked at everyone pitifully and asked them to continue. Huang Jing felt a headache coming on from him. He took a deep breath and did not continue the topic. He said again, mentality materialization in advance. Can you use vitality to nourish your mentality now? Fong Ping did not say a word. Huang Jing's expression was dark. I'm asking a question. Seeing that Huang Jing was about to lose his temper, Fong Ping glanced at Lu Fengru. Lu Fengru was about to go crazy with anger. She said angrily, "Speak when it's time to speak." Fong Ping saw that the Grandmaster powerhouses were agitated by him. He stopped fooling around. He tried silently and shook his head. No, I can't use vitality to nourish it. However, the materialization has entered the vitality gate. Although I can't nourish it directly, I can feel that it's progressing slowly. Of course, the speed is extremely slow. That's good. Vice Chancellor, what you're saying? Aren't you gloating a little? Fong Ping said gloomily. Even if you're afraid that I'll surpass you, you don't have to do this. Vice Chancellor, this magnanimity. Huang Jing gave him a look and said exasperatedly, "Get lost. Do you think I'll be jealous of a student? What I mean is, not being able to use vitality to nourish is actually a good thing for you. Your speed is too fast." Having said that, Huang Jing said seriously, "The first Sanjiao gate is the vitality gate. Your vitality is already very strong. You should know the difficulty of sealing the gate." Huang Jing suddenly could not continue. Difficulty? The difficulty was to seal the gate within 50 days? Although he could not continue, Huang Jing suppressed his helplessness and continued. The second gate is the mentality gate. Similarly, the stronger your mentality, the harder it is to seal this gate. Lu Fengru thought of this too. She frowned and said, "Your mentality has already materialized." Fong Ping, This means that your mentality gate is much harder to seal than the vitality gate. Sense it yourself. What's the difficulty of pushing the gate? Fong Ping heard that and tried hurriedly. This attempt made Fong Ping frown incessantly. His expression changed slightly. He said, "It's very difficult indeed. It's almost not moving at all. Even if I give it my all, I'm afraid it'll take me 1 or 2 years." Huang Jing and the others were a little surprised. If it was so difficult, you could do it in 1 or 2 years. Fong Ping, however, frowned. The second gate was the mentality gate. Even he needed 1 or 2 years. Right now, Ironhead and Wang Jinyang were much weaker than him. Even if the two of them cooperated with him and the three of them worked together, the effect would not be as good as before. He did not expect that materializing mentality in advance would have this problem. However, if the three of them really worked together, it should be faster than if he did it alone. The key was if it was 1 or 2 times faster, it would not be worth it. The consumption would be too high. Mentality gate. Maybe I have to look for Yao Chengjun. Fong Ping suddenly thought of old Yao. Yao Chengjun's mentality was also very strong. When sealing the mentality gate, a strong mentality would be very helpful in sealing the gate. While Fong Ping was still thinking about this, Lu Fengru pondered for a moment and said, "Release the materialized object and see." Before she finished speaking, Fong Ping's Sun City appeared. It covered the entire hall, inside and outside. Lu Fengru's face was full of black lines. She really could not stand it anymore. She scolded, "Shrink it a little. I didn't ask you to show off." Fong Ping was helpless too. It was as if he had taken gunpowder. What was he doing? He had just materialized it. Wasn't he familiar with it? Thinking about it, Fong Ping still obediently shrank Sun City until it was the size of a wash basin. Then it could not shrink anymore. At this time, Lu Fengru did not say much. A lively phoenix appeared in front of him in an instant. However, this phoenix was a little small, about the size of a chicken or duck. "Attack me, instructor? Are you sure?" Fong Ping frowned. "You just materialized it not long ago. Your mentality might not be stronger than mine. After I materialized, my mentality increased again. The heavenly golden lotus I consumed earlier also has some residual effects. Now, my mentality is close to 1,100 hertz. Yours." When she heard him say that his mentality was close to 1,100 hertz, Lu Fengru raised her eyebrows slightly. She said quickly, "Stop talking nonsense. We can use vitality to nourish it. The growth of mentality is not slow either. The growth of rank 7's mentality is much faster than rank SAXS. I'm almost at 1,100 hertz now. You're still too young to hurt me." It had been a little more than 2 months since her breakthrough. Her mentality had grown close to 100 hertz. The speed was not slow. In rank 7, early stage, middle stage, and upper stage cultivated mentality. Below 2,000 hertz was early stage. Below 3,000 hertz was middle stage. Above 3,000 hertz was upper stage. The peak was skull honing. Based on this speed, if it was calculated on average, Lu Fengru could increase her mentality by 40 to 50 hertz in a month. There was hope for her to achieve middle stage rank 7 in 2 to 3 years. This speed was considered extremely fast. Others might think it was fast, but Fong Ping thought it was really slow. Even if she followed the prescribed order and everything went smoothly, it would take at least 5 to 6 years for Lu Fengru to achieve upper stage rank 7. Skull honing was also a big problem. Conservatively, it would take 3 to 4 years. That was at least 10 years in rank 7. If everything went smoothly and she cultivated without any obstacles, she could achieve rank 8 in 10 years. How slow? Although Fong Ping was disgusted, he did not say much. He reminded, "Instructor, are you sure you want to try? If your mentality is hurt, don't blame me for deceiving you. Hurry up. What's with all the nonsense?" All right. Fong Ping did not waste any more words. He was straightforward, like throwing a stone. He threw the shrunken city over. Lu Fengru said it was fine, but she still took it seriously. The phoenix let out a low cry, spread its wings, and collided with the shrunken city. The collision of mentality caused a vibration in the void instantly, like water ripples. Fong Ping's small city suddenly became a little illusory. Lu Fengru's phoenix, on the other hand, was still vivid and lifelike. Seeing this, Old Man Li rubbed his chin and said, "It's not bad. After all, it just materialized. However, this city of his is very illusory." Before he finished speaking, the small city returned to its original state. Old Man Li was stunned for a moment. Lu Fengru was initially a little proud. Look, their mentalities were about the same. Her mentality had become illusory in one hit. However, at this time, they remembered. This was a freak. He could recover any time he wanted. Lu Fengru suddenly did not want to talk anymore. She quietly retracted the phoenix. Huang Jing looked at Lu Fengru, then at Tang Feng, who was staring at the ceiling. He could not help but laugh. He said, "Your materialized object is not weak in essence. You could even say it's extremely strong. However, rank 7 martial artists don't just rely on strong mentality. The strength of a martial artist is all around, including physique." Fong Ping said quietly, "I have golden bones, vitality. I'm almost at 9,000 calories. Mentality, vitality, fusion." Huang Jing's tone was a little heavier. "Try saying that again." Fong Ping grinned and said, "I can also condense celestiality." "Get lost." "Shut up." Huang Jing scolded loudly. He said angrily, "If you keep talking nonsense, believe it or not, I'll smack you to death. Listen to me, listen carefully. Now that your mentality has materialized, in addition to your strong physique, in terms of strength, let's not talk about combat techniques, experience, and the like. I mean, in terms of strength, your strength should be stronger than martial artists who have achieved mentality, vitality, fusion. However, compared to rank 7 martial artists, because you haven't sealed the 2 Sanjiao gates, there hasn't been a process of qualitative change. You should understand this yourself. Upper stage rank 3 martial artists and middle stage rank 3 martial artists are only one small rank apart. However, an upper stage rank 3 martial artist's 1 calorie vitality is at least equivalent to a middle stage rank 3 martial artist vitality strength of 3 calories and above, or even 5 calories. Do you understand what I mean? Fong Ping said seriously, "I understand. I know what you mean. You're afraid that I'll get arrogant and think that I've really achieved rank 7 and can fight rank 7. Even if I have the same mentality strength as the instructor's mentality is concentrated and not scattered. It's extremely resilient. In terms of strength, my mentality is the same, but it can be easily defeated. If I say that I'm a lump of loose sand, the instructor's is a rock." "Vice-Chancellor, do I understand it well?" Huang Jing nodded and said, "That's what I mean. Yours isn't actually a lump of loose sand, but a broken rock that hasn't completed that kind of cohesion. In essence, it's still the same. However, if it really collides, a glued-together rock will naturally shatter more easily when it collides with a complete rock." Fong Ping, "Once your mentality is obliterated, it'll be too dangerous." "I know." Fong Ping nodded and said, "Vice-Chancellor, then if I continuously recover and replenish my mentality, can I contend with a rank 7? Huang Jing hesitated for a moment and glanced at Lu Fengru. Lu Fengru thought for a while and said, "A rank 7 martial artist isn't just a matter of mentality. There's also the advantage of combat techniques." Mentality combat techniques are combat techniques that unleash the strongest mentality. Because you've materialized in advance, I don't know if you can cultivate mentality combat techniques. If you can Zhang Dingnan series of saber techniques, the last set of saber techniques, Immortal Vanquishing Saber, is a mentality combat technique. As she said that, Lu Fengru added, "However, this set of saber techniques is not yet complete. This set of saber techniques was created by him when he was in the mentality vitality unity state. It's of the same origin as the previous 2 sets of saber techniques. However, he has just entered rank 7, so his understanding of mentality combat techniques is not deep enough." Fong Ping, "If you want to learn this set of mentality combat techniques, its power might not be too strong. Of course, because it's of the same origin as the saber techniques you've cultivated before, it'll be easier for you to learn. However, there are some loopholes that you'll need to fill in on your own. Zhang Dingnan's self-created combat techniques. Even if there are loopholes, he'll know where the problem lies. That's why the saber techniques can unleash greater power in his hands. However, in your hands, it'll be much weaker. Or you can learn some other mentality combat techniques. MCMQ currently has a total of 9 sets of mentality combat techniques, but their power is average. The truly powerful mentality combat techniques are all created by others. Perhaps they're only suitable for themselves. After all, everyone's situation is different. Fong Ping nodded. After some thought, he said, I'll learn Governor General Zhang's immortal vanquishing saber first. Oh right, instructor, if it's possible, can you help me get some mentality combat techniques that deal 1,000 damage to the enemy and 800 damage to myself? Actually, I'm more suited for this type. Whoever dares to compete with me in mentality, if he thinks that it's okay to injure himself after he cripples me, I'll let him know why flowers are red. As he said this, Fong Ping's face was full of confidence. In a battle of attrition, who was afraid of who? Lu Fengru and the rest were speechless once again. After a long time, Huang Jing said softly, the government actually has a set of mentality combat techniques. Old Huang Jing. The few of them growled in a low voice, slightly dissatisfied. However, Huang Jing ignored them and continued. The blood saber method was specially provided for those old grandmasters to learn in the past. Many old grandmasters have learned it before. There aren't too many complicated things. Its only function is to combine mentality and vitality, without wasting it, and condense it into a blood-red saber. It can even combine everything you have, including a golden body. In the past, the method of accumulating force for longevity, including slashing a rank 8 with a sword, actually also referred to the blood saber method. These two methods achieve the same result through different means. When the instructor was alive, he also learned the blood saber method. In the last battle, he used the blood saber method to kill a rank 8. That was all Huang Jing said. Lu Fengru said unhappily, the blood saber method is used to perish together with the enemy. Although Fong Ping can recover, the blood saber method squeezes out every last bit of energy. Once Fong Ping can't keep up with the consumption of the blood saber method, his foundation will be obliterated. No matter how much he recovers, it will be useless. Fong Ping, don't learn this. This kind of mentality combat technique, once created, was the kind of combat technique that would make people commit suicide. It only sought to maximize the damage, regardless of the cost. During the battle in the Magic City catacombs, those old grandmasters all used the blood saber method. Once the saber was unleashed, all of their essence, vitality, and spirit would be depleted, and they would not stop until they killed the enemy. Although Fong Ping could recover, if he did not kill the enemy, the blood saber method would continue to absorb his energy. If Fong Ping could not kill the enemy, and could not escape from the combat technique's execution, he would definitely die. Die by his own hands. Lu Fengru knew how reckless Fong Ping was. At least she had seen it in the Tian'an catacombs this time. Once he learned the blood saber method, this kid might not be cautious when he encountered a rank 7 again, but he would attack immediately. If he could not kill the other party, then he would die. Right now, he still had some concerns and dared not act recklessly. If he encountered a rank 7, he would mainly hide. Lu Fengru would rather he hide and admit defeat than fight a rank 7 now. Fong Ping did not say anything, but he remembered this in his heart. Blood saber method. Other than that, he had a general understanding of his own strength. Perhaps he was slightly stronger than the average mentality vitality powerhouse, but those at their peak, such as those with 999 Hz mentality, those who had cultivated combat techniques for many years, he might not be able to win such a top-notch rank 6 for sure. However, how could there be so many top-notch rank 6? Under normal circumstances, at this stage, they would either be in closed-door cultivation and breaking through, or they had already broken through. It was almost impossible to encounter them. Just like Lu Fengru and Tang Feng, during the last short period before their closed-door cultivation, they were in such a peak state. The moment before their mentality materialized, they were the strongest rank 6. Encountering this kind of rank 6 was even rarer than encountering a rank 9. If that's the case, I'm invincible among rank 6? Fong Ping murmured, and then said with a face full of certainty, I'm invincible among rank 6. The Grandmasters did not say anything about this. If Fong Ping did not recover his vitality and mentality, he might not be invincible. However, if he added those, he might really be invincible among rank 6. Even if those rank 6 who were close to breaking through really fought with Fong Ping, it was still uncertain who would win. She did not deny it, but looking at Fong Ping's confident look, Lu Fengru still warned him one last time, don't think about fighting with a rank 7. Not all rank 7 are early stage. Once they reach middle stage, they will crush your mentality instantly. Understood? Chapter 536. Lu Fengru and the others gave some instructions and left quickly. Huang Jing was the only one left. Recently, he was more idle. Besides, the people from Star City had not left yet. He still had to entertain them later. Both of them walked out of the hall. Fong Ping asked as he walked, Vice-Chancellor, can I use a divine weapon? Theoretically, yes. I still have a rank 8 saber, a rank 7 saber, and a rank 7 axe. Which one do you think is more suitable for me? A rank 7 saber. Huang Jing explained, a rank 8 consumes a lot too. As he said that, he saw that Fong Ping was about to speak. Huang Jing knew what he meant and shook his head. Only with strong mentality and vitality can you unleash the full power of a divine weapon. This has nothing to do with recovery speed. Yes, you can constantly recover, but your vitality and mentality are so strong. That's why the strength of a divine weapon unleashed is so strong. A strong recovery only means that you can last longer in battle. I understand, Fong Ping said, and pondered for a moment. Then if I destroy the 2 rank 7 divine weapons and combine them with the chaos-ridden saber, do you think I could be like Instructor Tang and create a new divine weapon that suits me? Previously, when his mentality materialized, he threw the divine weapon into the storage space. At that time, under the watchful eyes of everyone, Fong Ping could not take it out. In order to put on a show, he forgot to take out the divine weapon in advance. However, Fong Ping was not too regretful. It was only a rank 7 divine weapon. It was not too rare. He would get it sooner or later. He was not too interested in rank 7 divine weapons. You want to use up to rank 7 divine weapons and chaos vanquishing saber just to forge a rank 7 divine weapon? Huang Jing really had the urge to kill someone. You don't treat money as money, do you, kid? Aren't you afraid of being struck by lightning for being so wasteful? Fong Ping nodded. Both divine weapons are not too strong. Didn't you say that divine weapons can be artificially upgraded? I'm thinking if I can combine these 2 divine weapons together with Chaos Vanquishing Saber to forge an upper stage rank 7 divine weapon. Huang Jing was a little helpless. This was not worth it. 2 rank 7 divine weapons were worth more than 20 billion. An upper stage rank 7 divine weapon was not worth this price. If they really fused together, it would be a losing deal. However, when he remembered that Fong Ping was rich, he did not say anything more. He said, it should be possible. Old Wu has done it before, but we don't have any experience in this. You're not going to do any dangerous missions now. Let's wait until Old Wu comes out of closed-door cultivation. All right. After that, Huang Jing went to receive the people from Star City. Fong Ping did not want to go for the time being. He had just broken through and had many things to do. As a result, along the way, every student he met looked at Fong Ping eagerly, shouting loudly, "Congratulations to the president's mentality materialization." Fong Ping did not pay much attention to the first classmate he met. The second person still shouted the same thing. Fong Ping was frustrated. The third, the fourth, all right, Fong Ping understood. This group of bastards, do they think they can get some benefits just by flattering? You're looking down on me too much. Fong Ping muttered to himself. The students he met along the way were all sucking up to him. All right, Fong Ping felt that he should still give them some benefits. Otherwise, it would be awkward if no one supported him next time. How great was this? As soon as he broke through, the whole school cheered in unison. The grandmasters who came to congratulate him were all shocked. They had earned a lot of face. Fong Ping was in a good mood. Without any hesitation, he said loudly, "Tell everyone that every student in the school can go to the energy room to cultivate for 3 hours for free. Count it on me." The president is mighty. A group of people began to support him, all of them beaming with joy. 3 hours was not cheap. It was equivalent to 1 gram of rank 9 energy stone. Fong Ping did not give them energy stones this time because he realized that some people did not use the stones he gave them last time, sold them, or kept them because they were reluctant to use them. This was not in line with Fong Ping's original intention. If that was the case, he would not give them any more. He might as well give them the cultivation time. If they did not use it, then he would not give them. Outside the energy room, when Qin Fengqing saw Fong Ping, he turned around and left. He was already used to Fong Ping's routine. Fong Ping did not care about him. He glanced at Li Hansong and Wang Jinyang and said, "I just broke through today. I'll rest for a day. From tomorrow onwards, I'll help you guys seal the Vitality Gate." Fong Ping's ability was stronger now. It would be faster if he helped them seal the gate. Previously, the few of them spent 10 days and expended a lot of energy before they finished sealing the gate for Fong Ping. Now, with the 3 of them working together, it might only take 5 or 6 days. Moreover, Fong Ping had thought it through. Previously, when he sealed the gate himself, he needed to change Old Wang's and Tai Tu's aura. He himself did not change, which was why the consumption was so high. If he helped Old Wang and the others, the consumption would not be so high. He only needed to change one of Old Wang's or Tai Tu's aura. It would reduce the consumption by 10 times. The consumption of aura would only be 60 million an hour. 10 hours a day, that would only be 600 million. If he recovered himself, even if he consumed 1. For billion, 2 billion a day would be enough. 5 or 6 days, that would only be 10 billion. Thinking about it this way, Fong Ping felt that it was bearable. There was no need to ruin his character. As for himself, he was not in a hurry to seal the second gate. Old Wang and Tai Tu were not strong enough, so their help was limited. Yao Qingjun had not come out of closed-door cultivation, so it was not too late to wait. Wang Jinyang nodded. Li Hansong said somewhat excitedly, "Fong Ping, now I believe that you're the real leader of the ancient martial artists." Fong Ping was speechless. "Big idiot, don't be so stupid. You're so stupid that I'm embarrassed to tell you all this now." There was no sense of accomplishment in fooling an idiot all the time. After settling Old Wang and the others, Fong Ping walked back while looking at his new data, wealth, 539. 3 billion converted vitality. 8,000 calories, 8,999 calories, mentality. 1,000 hertz, 1,092 hertz, bone honing. 177 bones, 100%. 29 bones, 90% storage space. 100 cubic meters plus, energy shield. 10,000 well/minute plus, aura simulation. 100,000 well/minute plus. I become much stronger. Fong Ping murmured. This time, there was really some qualitative change. His vitality increased by 1,000 calories directly. The explosive increase in vitality meant that his physique was stronger in all aspects. Fong Ping felt that his physique was not weaker than a rank 7 martial artist's. The reason why his vitality did not reach 10,000 cal was probably because the door was not sealed. If the Sanjiao gate was not sealed, there would be loopholes. Even if the vitality gate was sealed, his body was still a sieve. This was the main reason why his vitality did not reach 10,000 cal. When he was about to reach the dormitory, someone came to inform Fong Ping that his sister had come looking for him. Outside the dormitory area, Fong Ping saw an excited Fong Yuan. This girl had been running all the way, but she had not recovered yet. When she saw Fong Ping, her face lit up with joy. She said loudly, "Brother, you've really broken through to Grandmaster?" Fong Ping was speechless. Even his own sister knew about it. The point was he was not a Grandmaster, okay? Before he could say anything, Fong Yuan said happily, "Mom and Dad know about it, and so do my classmates. Brother, you're too awesome. You said that? Yes. I called to tell you the good news. Fang Yuan looked very happy. My brother had become a grandmaster. Of course I had to tell you the good news. Fang Ping was speechless. He went forward and pinched her cheeks hard. Needless to say, after becoming a martial artist, one's skin had become more pliable. In the past, when her cheeks were stretched out, it was only a few centimeters. Now it was like noodles. Fang Yuan was dumbfounded. I called to tell you the good news, to congratulate you. Why did you pinch me again? Looking at his sister's confused face, Fang Ping said impatiently, You haven't broken through to rank 7. Who are you listening to? How dare you spread any kind of news? All right, I still have something to do. Go home early. As he said that, Fang Ping glanced at her and frowned slightly. Where did you go today? Huh, I had a vitality outburst. Oh, I was in a hurry just now. I had a vitality outburst to get here. Fang Yuan's little heart was thumping wildly. Her brother was too amazing. She had only vitality outburst during the assessment. How could he tell? Panicking, Fang Yuan quickly changed the topic. Brother, you haven't broken through to Grandmaster yet? And I've been calling everywhere. Don't talk about that. If you talk nonsense again, I'll beat you up. As he said that, Fang Ping looked at her again and frowned slightly. Also, don't lie to me next time. Your brother's mentality has manifested. Do you think you can hide your little thoughts from me? As Fang Ping said that, Fang Yuan's expression became awkward. Oh no, she had been discovered. However, she heard Fang Ping say again, You sparred with your classmates, right? It's fine, but don't hurt them. Do you understand? Yes. Fang Yuan nodded quickly. I thought you found out. I didn't expect you to be so dumb. Fang Ping did not care about what she thought. He did not know that the martial sciences exam was today. Fang Ping did not care much about these things now. He was busy every day. He did not have the time to care about something as trivial as the martial sciences exam. Moreover, the schedule had changed a little this year. After sending his sister away, Fang Ping met Qin Yunqi again. In fact, Qin Yunqi had been lingering nearby. Looking at the woman's conflicted expression, Fang Ping felt helpless. I'm already so busy. I don't have time to pick up girls. After comforting her for a while, Fang Ping did not say anything else and went back to rest. This time, he had not slept for almost 10 days. He really could not take it anymore. Before he got busy again, he would take a nap. 20th of May. Fang Ping slept all the way until the sky was bright. On this day, the news of Fang Ping's breakthrough had spread all over Sino Nation and the world. Of course, the government had personally refuted the rumors. Fang Ping had not broken through to rank 7. However, it also meant that Fang Ping had manifested his mentality. This was probably the only time in many years that the government had refuted the rumors of a rank 6 martial artist. It could not be helped. It was too sensational. A 20-year-old grandmaster. Even some big shots from overseas had called the Sino Nation government to ask for news. When they found out that he had not become a grandmaster, they heaved a sigh of relief. A 20-year-old grandmaster was too shocking. Even so, Fang Ping's mentality manifesting still made some people extremely depressed. In the living room, Zhang Chao brought this up. He said happily, Fang Ping, when your mentality manifested, those big-nosed people were furious. There's one less spot for no reason. At least if you participate in the youth tournament, you'll definitely get a spot. At this moment, Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong were also there. However, Qin Fengqing was not here. He was a rank 5. According to the rules, he could not participate in the World Youth Tournament. Fang Ping was still a little confused. He said, Let's not talk about this first. Can you first talk about the rules of the youth tournament? And the allocation of spots. Who are our opponents? When will the tournament start? When will we enter the restricted area? If it's too late, I'll enter rank 7 directly. Will that still count as me? As soon as he said this, everyone was stunned. The Grandmaster from Stellar Sky City was stunned. What he said, did it make sense? The youth tournament was aimed at martial artists below 30 years old. Under normal circumstances, it was not that there were no Grandmasters below 30 years old, but it was extremely rare. When Li Jun broke through and became a grandmaster, he actually broke the record. He became a grandmaster powerhouse at 25 years old. Fong Ping was now only a middle stage rank 6. Forget it. He did not want to talk about the grandmaster from Stellar Sky City. What rank was Fong Ping? Who cares? He should be rank 6. Thinking of this, Wei Qing said, at the beginning of June, we'll compete for the spots. In the middle or late July, we'll enter the restricted area. It's only 2 months from now. He wanted to say, if you can seal 2 Sanjiao gates in 2 months, I'll jump into the Forbidden Sea. After thinking about it, he decided to forget it. If he really did that, then his face would be swollen. After saying that, Wei Qing continued, if you get a spot and really achieve rank 7 before entering the restricted area, then you can still enter the restricted area, but it'll be slightly different from the others. We'll talk about the specifics when the time comes. After he finished, Jiang Chao was speechless. Grandpa Wei, you're really talking to him about this? You believe that I can achieve rank 7 in 2 months? Forget it. I won't say any more. Jiang Chao shrugged. Grandpa Wei was also shocked into a daze. No matter how fast Fong Ping's cultivation speed was, it could not be this fast, right? He actually discussed it seriously with the other party. Wei Qing could not be bothered with him. Compared to the others, Wei Qing still paid more attention to Fong Ping. This kid's mentality had manifested, so he could no longer be treated as a junior. Fong Ping had already taken 1 step into the path of Grandmaster. At this time, he should treat Fong Ping as a powerhouse who had achieved mentality-vitality fusion. As for those who had achieved mentality-vitality fusion, they could actually be regarded as quasi-grandmasters. Fong Ping was actually more qualified to become a grandmaster powerhouse than these mentality-vitality fusion powerhouses. Ignoring Jiang Chao, Wei Qing continued, there are a total of 6 parties participating in the battle for the spots this time. 6 major forces? Fong Ping asked doubtfully. Which 6? Are they the same as Star Town? They're not all the same. Some represent the government, some represent their own forces, and they may not have any reputation in the outside world. Wei Qing continued, we don't represent Star Town but Sino Nation. President Fong, you must be clear about this. Fong Ping did not know whether to laugh or cry. You're from Star Town, and you're telling me this, as if I'm representing Star Town. Please continue. The other 5 parties are South Asia's ancient Buddhist Holy Land, Europe's Pantheon Heaven, Africa's Wana World, North America's Totem City, South America's Andes. Fong Ping could not help but ask immediately, they're all representatives of the same continent. You can't say that. Some small countries are directly represented at this time. They don't have the right to speak. As Wei Qing spoke, he thought for a while and added, countries are weak, so they can only rely on these powerhouses to protect them. That's why they won't participate in these matters. We say that we're representing Sino Nation and also East Asia. There are many countries in East Asia, but because there's an ancient Buddhist Holy Land in South Asia, we won't mention this matter. Otherwise, we can say that we're representing Asia, Oceania, Antarctica. Before Fong Ping could finish, Wei Qing shook his head and said, there aren't many people. How can there be powerhouses? Powerhouses are also born from the base of the population. With a small population, there will naturally be fewer powerhouses. There are many powerhouses in Sino Nation because we have a lot of people. With a lot of people, we can wash away the sand from a large number of martial artists, eventually leaving behind a batch of powerhouses. Because of the large population in Asia, there are also many entrances to the catacombs. More entrances means more resources. That's why in Asia, there are 2 major martial arts countries. However, as for the ancient Buddhist Holy Land, how should I put it? Wei Qing thought for a while before saying, although it's called the ancient Buddhist Holy Land, it's actually more cruel. The mortality rate of some low-level martial artists and ordinary people there is extremely high. Forget it, let's not talk about this. Everyone has their own training methods. Under normal circumstances, we won't participate in the affairs of the local governments. As long as the government is willing to resist the invasion of the catacombs, then no one will care about how the government governs. This time, it's the 6 of us who are fighting for the quotas. There are a total of 30 quotas to enter the restricted area. The conditions are also simple, as long as you're below 30 years old. There's no rank restriction? Fong Ping asked. Of course not. Wei Qing did not know whether to laugh or cry. He said, fighting for the quotas, those are the strongest powerhouses below 30 years old. Most of them are rank 6. There are almost no rank 7s participating because the probability of a rank 7 appearing below 30 years old is too low. Of course, Commander Li's batch back then, Commander Li participated. He was also one of the few rank 7 martial artists who participated in so many years. When I said there are no rank 7s, it doesn't mean there aren't any. We've actually held the quota fight once every 3 years for 39 times. Including this time, that's 40 times. A total of 120 years. In these 120 years, we've held it once every 3 years. 39 times, 120 years. There will always be a few monsters, so there are rank 7s, but they're really, really rare. At least from what I know, I think there are 3 or 4, and only one appears every few decades. I don't think there are any this year. Even if there are, you don't have to worry. To ensure that you get the quota, rank 7 martial artists won't challenge you. Understand? Fong Ping asked again. Fighting for the quotas is a one-on-one challenge. Yes. Wei Qing nodded and said, it's not split evenly between each party, but whoever is stronger can take it. The only restriction is the number of participants. The quota for Sino Nation is 20 people. The quota for the other places is slightly less than ours, about 10 on average. In other words, a total of about 70 people will participate in the fight for these 30 quotas. The specific rules vary every year. We'll talk about it when the time comes. Anyway, you'll definitely get a quota, I can guarantee this. Wei Qing had absolute faith in Fong Ping. What a joke. If a powerhouse with mentality materialization could not get a quota, Sino Nation might as well not go, lest they embarrass themselves. However, Wei Qing still said, but this time we're not just locking in 1 or 2 quotas. This year, because you guys are participating, we have to get at least 12 or so. The other party's strength is all rank 6? More or less. Almost no rank 5 will appear. After all, 30 years old, the restriction is actually not too big. In all the major forces, there are still many rank 6 martial artists below 30 years old. When will it start? Where will it be held? Sino Nation. Fong Ping's face was blank, and he said somewhat speechlessly, I thought it would be held overseas. Turns out it's here. Wei Qing smiled and said, it's very normal. Polaris. Cough, Sino Nation's martial arts strength is the strongest in the world, and they also have the most desperation powerhouses. It's normal to hold it in Sino Nation, unless Sino Nation themselves are unwilling to hold it. Then it will be held in other places. This time, I came to MCMU to inform you guys so that you can be prepared. On the other hand, before the competition, there will actually be a training session. As he said that, Wei Qing suddenly said, forget it. Actually, when I came here, I was thinking that since you guys have just entered rank 6, you might not be able to represent Sino Nation in getting the quota. Now, at least you can at least lock in 1 quota, and that's enough. As for the training, you guys don't have to participate. Wei Qing did not know these people very well, but after seeing Fong Ping and the other 2, Wei Qing felt that the training was really not necessary. Fong Ping did not mention these 3 brats. Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong sat there quietly, but their aura was so oppressive that even the upper stage rank 6 Zheng Nanqi, who was about to step in a peak, felt slightly uneasy. What kind of training was this? The people in Polaris lacked experience, but these guys did not lack any at all. Glancing at Zheng Nanqi and the others, Wei Qing also made up his mind. Motherf asterisk her. He could not really make a fool of himself. Tomorrow, he was prepared to bring these few brats into the catacombs. This time, they would be fighting with rank 6 martial artists, killing 8 or 10 martial artists of the same rank, even if they were not strong, would make them stronger. The young people in Polaris did not lack anything. The only thing they lacked was the experience of bloody battles. After returning from MCMAU last time, Zheng Nanqi and the others actually went into the catacombs, But Wei Qing felt that it was not enough. The gap was quite big, so he had to be more ruthless. Fang Ping did not say anything else, but Li Hansong could not help but say that, "Grandmaster Wei, it's just the three of us? Can't Yao Qingjun go?" Yao Qingjun, Wei Qing frowned slightly. "Before coming here, we actually went to FMS once, but Yao Qingjun has not come out of closed-door cultivation, and before that he was still rank 5. If he is not rank 6, then there is no way to let him participate. Of course, if he can achieve rank 6 before the competition and show the corresponding strength, then there is no problem. This time, since we have opened our mouths to martial arts universities, then we will not deliberately restrict anything. This bit of magnanimity is something that Polaris still has." The few of them did not say anything else. The other party had already put it this way. That was already extremely benevolent. Yao Qingjun had not achieved rank 6. Even if he was peak rank 5, that still meant that his combat strength was lacking. After all, this time, the people from Polaris were at least middle stage rank 6. Those early stage ones were all eliminated this time. Chapter 537. The 6 representative forces actually meant a lot of things. For example, they all had paragons. Seeing that Wei Qing seemed to be easy to talk to, Fang Ping asked curiously, "Grandmaster Wei, are there many paragons in the other 5 parties?" "Not too many." Wei Qing did not hide this, saying, "The ancient Buddha sacred land announced that there are 8 ancient Buddhas, but all these years, the ancestors only sent 7. When saying this, Wei Qing pondered for a moment, saying, "So the ancestors guessed that one of the ancient Buddhas in the ancient Buddha sacred land might have gone extinct. However, we are not too sure about these things, and no one will talk about this. Heaven of the Gods has 9 gods. Wanta World has 8 law kings. Totem City and Andes Mountains are in the Americas, so we don't have much contact with them. We only know that there are about 4 to 5 people at the apex of these 2 forces." Fang Ping heard this and calculated, raising his eyebrows slightly. "That means the world's paragons are less than 50 people?" Wei Qing nodded, sighing softly. "That's why the situation has worsened. If there are really hundreds of paragons, each of them guarding a territory, then these paragons can join forces to seal the restricted area." Having said that, Wei Qing continued, "Now, because there are not enough paragons, a paragon must guard at least 2 territories. There are some things you don't understand. If the paragons guard 2 territories, then they can't form an alliance. They can still make it in time to cross from one territory to another, but to cross another territory, when the war starts, they can only give up a part of the territory. I think you might have heard of some things. When it comes to a critical moment, they will give up a part of the passageway. It's not that we want to give up, but we have no other choice. In the past, there were not many passageways opened, and the ancestors could still suppress it. But now, the war has broken out because the ancestors can't suppress it anymore. He can suppress the territory where he is, but some territories have no one to suppress, and there may be chaos in the end." Fang Ping nodded, expressing his understanding. The world's paragons were about 50 people. The number was not too many, but not too few either. It was better than Fang Ping expected. He thought it would be even fewer. With so many people, they could suppress the catacombs for so many years. Looking at it this way, there would not be too many paragons in the restricted area for dynasties. The monster plants and the 2 great imperial courts did not dare to fight a bloody battle with the humans. They were afraid that they would be taken advantage of. That meant that they were stronger than the humans, but there was probably a limit. The absolute powerhouses of the Forbidden Land. If the 4 majestic courts were added together, there might be 100 of them. Quite a lot. Fang Ping shook his head. Now he really understood why the powerhouses did not tell everyone the truth. Was it despair? How strong were the peerless experts? According to Fang Ping and the others' judgment, once mentality suppression was released, Magic City would be destroyed. There were hundreds of such powerhouses in the catacombs. These 100 experts didn't even need to do anything. Just the pressure they released could instantly destroy a few provinces. However, experts were not existences that could only release pressure. This kind of top-notch powerhouse would only be more destructive, and their mobility would also be extremely strong. Not 100, but 10 or 8 of them would probably be able to destroy the entire China in a day. Terrifying. Thinking of this, Fong Ping suddenly said, Sino Nation has the most paragons, but in the previous rank, 9 ranking, Commander Li was only ranked 3rd. Wei Qing smiled and said, Do you know who are 1st and 2nd? I do. Before he could finish, Wei Qing laughed and said, I'm talking about their real identities. They are the East and North Guardians. You should have heard about them from Jiang Chao and the others. The first one's real identity is the first god of heaven of gods. The second one is the great king of Wampagoda country. Whether it is age, experience, or strength, they should be slightly stronger than Commander Li. It's not surprising that they are ranked above him. Although Commander Li is strong, he has not broken through for too long. Actually, Commander Li in Star City may not be the strongest. You should understand what I mean. Some of the old ancestors are actually not too willing to show their faces. Fong Ping understood. I understand. Keeping a low profile is the most important. After all, the old ancestors have lived for countless years. They have long seen through fame and wealth. Wei Qing smiled and nodded. That's true. Actually, everyone has seen through the realm of the paragons. The reason why they are on the list is also because the situation requires it. Both the Heaven of Gods and the Wampagoda world need to boost morale and inspire people. The 2 strongest powerhouses on the list can also be considered as boosting their morale. Commander Li is still very famous in countries all over the world. Everyone knows that he is incomparably powerful. He can kill many rank 9s alone. He is stronger than Commander Li. This can inspire a lot of people. That's why when these 2 stand out and are ranked ahead of Commander Li, no one really wants to fight for this. Fong Ping finally understood everything now. After a simple inquiry about the competition, things were almost over. As for the situation in the restricted area, Fong Ping would only be informed when he obtained the quota. Fong Ping was not surprised about this. The people from Star City gave some simple instructions and left. After they left, Fong Ping sipped his tea and smiled. What do you guys think about using life essence to brew tea? As soon as he said this, there was an instant silence. Huang Jing's eyes were sharp. Then, he stood up and left without saying a word. This bastard. He wanted to beat this guy to death. However, after thinking about it, Huang Jing felt that it was better to leave. Now that he heard Fong Ping's words, he wanted to beat him up. This was not a good thing. It meant that his state of mind was not stable enough. He needed to calm down. Vice-Chancellor, take care. Huang Jing ignored him and disappeared quickly. As soon as he left, Li Hansong could not help but laugh. Fong Ping, Vice-Chancellor Huang, is quite easy to talk to. At CCMU, we don't dare to joke around with the Grandmasters. Fong Ping grinned. Yes, MCMU's Grandmasters are easy to talk to. Joking around and chatting are all harmless. Ironhead, you can joke around if you have the chance. It's nothing. Li Hansong was about to speak when Wang Jinyang could not help but say, All right, shut up. Did Li Hansong really think that MCMU's Grandmasters were easy to talk to? Still joking. What kind of joke was that? If Ironhead dared to make fun of the Grandmasters, Wang Jinyang could guarantee that he would be beaten up so badly that he would doubt his life. How many of these MCMU Grandmasters were easy to deal with? They were all hot-tempered. After scolding him, Wang Jinyang said, Let's not talk about the youth competition first. Fong Ping, our life gate is closed. Theoretically, our strength should have increased a little, even to middle stage rank 6. But now, there doesn't seem to be any changes. Do you know why? Li Hansong nodded hurriedly. Yes, if we were middle stage rank 6, then we would be stronger than we are now. But the life gate's closure doesn't seem to bring us any benefits, nor is there any energy feedback. Both of them were asking Fong Ping. Fong Ping was speechless. How would he know what was going on? However, after some thought, in order to maintain his omniscient air of mystery, Fong Ping opened his mouth and said, Because the life gate is the last gate to be closed. When you have closed the first 2 gates and completely sealed the Sanjiao gate, Only then will there be a chance for transformation. Also, maybe we can try to open your life gate and take a look. It didn't work before, but now that my mentality has materialized, it might not be impossible. Let's try it then. Li Han-song was a little impatient. He really wanted to see what was hidden behind the life gate. As for Fong Ping saying that the life gate would only give feedback and transformation when all three gates were sealed, he believed it. In fact, Old Wang believed it too. They had this idea from the start, but they were not too sure. Now, they were asking Fong Ping to confirm it. Since this guy said that, it was probably what he meant. Half an hour later, Fong Ping shook his head, frowning slightly. That's strange. My mentality has materialized. Logically speaking, I should be able to open the gates. I can do it myself. If I transform into your aura, I should be able to do it too. However, when he tried pushing the life gate just now, although the gate kept trembling, it still could not be opened. Wang Jinyang looked like he was thinking. After a while, he said, I have a feeling that we must wait until all the Sanjiao gates are sealed. Only then can we open the life gate when all three gates are sealed. Is that so? Fong Ping pondered. Then let's wait a little longer. The competition for the slots will start in early June. Then, while there's still some time left in this month, I'll help you seal the Vitality Gate. When the time comes, we'll both be middle stage rank 6 martial artists. Even if the opponent is a peak rank 6, both of you should not be weaker than them. However, if you encounter someone who has mentality-vitality fusion, both of you will be in danger. Wang Jinyang shook his head. Let's not think about this first. It's okay, even if we can't enter the restricted zone. The main thing is still the improvement of our abilities. According to their age, if there was enough time, both of them could still participate in the competition for the slots 3 and 6 years later. Fong Ping could even participate in the competition for the slots 9 years later. However, at that time, whether or not it would be necessary was a problem. No one knew what would happen 9 years later. It was not even clear what would happen 3 years later. Fong Ping could not be bothered with this. He would think about it when the time came. In the following time, Fong Ping helped both of them seal the Vitality Gate while he started to study mentality combat techniques. Combat techniques were all different routes to the same goal. Whether it was combat techniques below high-ranked or combat techniques above high-ranked, they all pursued a kind of control over power. Ordinary combat techniques had ultimate moves. The so-called ultimate move was when the control over power had reached a certain level. Through moves, this kind of control was displayed. That was the ultimate move. Old Zhang's combat techniques are so shameful when I cultivate them. In the energy room, Fong Ping took advantage of the break time to read Immortal Vanquishing Saber while sighing. Every time he saw the name of Zhang Dingnan's combat techniques, he felt very ashamed. As for Lu Fenger's combat techniques, he had cultivated her blood arrow method before. This was considered normal. However, things like Invincible Fist were also very shameful to Fong Ping. Wang Jinyang recovered quickly while saying, the name of the combat technique doesn't matter. If you're happy, you can name it whatever you want. The key is still the degree of control over power. Powerhouses create their own combat techniques because martial artists are different. Learning other people's combat techniques might not allow one to unleash one's full strength. Fong Ping laughed. 100%? Can anyone do it? At least among the people I know, only Instructor Li did it once when he was rank 6. But that was after 10 years of accumulation. He traded a life for a life without thinking about the consequences. If he can unleash half of his power, he's already strong. Governor General Zhang's Immortal Vanquishing Saber was created by him. It's the combat technique that suits him best. However, according to Governor General Zhang, he can only unleash 60% of his power at his peak. Even so, he used it to kill a rank 7 martial artist. That's why I don't have much hope. If I can unleash half of my power, I think I'm not weak. Wang Jinyang frowned slightly. You're thinking about the martial artists in the outer areas of the catacombs. These martial artists don't have high enough control over their own power. However, the genius martial artists in the catacombs are all in the restricted area. Since they're called geniuses, geniuses are able to do things that others can't. They learn faster and master faster. In the outer areas, there are very few who can control half of their power. However, in the restricted area, there might be some freaks who can control 80% or even higher. Fong Ping, don't underestimate others. The catacombs can suppress humans and even attack the human world. They have more powerhouses than us. Naturally, they have their own unique points. Now that we're all rank 6, some of the rank 6 genius martial artists in the restricted area are stuck at their peak and can't enter the higher ranks quickly. Then, they have enough time and capital to complete a high level of control over their own power. Fong Ping nodded slightly and said, "That's true. We're still too young after all. We might not be able to compare to those fellows." As he said that, Fong Ping grinned. "But it's okay. Rank 6 martial artists are nothing to worry about. Rank 6 powerhouses have 10,000 cal vitality. Even if these powerhouses have extremely high control over their power and have cultivated their combat techniques to perfection, even if they have 80% outburst, 8,000 calories vitality outburst. As for the power of mentality outburst, 1 hertz is equivalent to 10 calories vitality. As long as I can outburst 800 hertz mentality's lethality, it'll be enough to kill the other party. Because my mentality has materialized and belongs to the quality of a rank 7. Under the same outburst, I can definitely kill the other party." Wang Jinyang frowned. "When martial artists fight, they don't just look at these things. You should understand these things." "Understood." Fong Ping smiled. "When I was rank 3, instructor Lee said this more than once. When martial artists fight, many things are looked at the same level, with the same outburst and the same combat techniques. One person might be able to kill another in seconds. It depends on experience, combat talent, judgment of the situation, courage, boldness, and timing. I know all of these. Old Wang, don't think that I only know how to fight head-on. What you see is only the surface." Fong Ping sighed. "The catacombs opponents I met in the Outland were either much weaker than me or much stronger than me. If they were weak, I killed them in seconds. If they were strong, I couldn't beat them. This has nothing to do with anything else. Moreover, in the Outland, I have to seize every minute and second, so I don't have time to seize the opportunity. Don't I know that if I seize the other party's weakness and wait for the right time, I might be able to kill the other party in 1 hit? I know, but who gives me the time to seize the opportunity and wait? So, don't think that I'm reckless. I have no other choice. Since I can kill the opponent quickly, then I'm too lazy to wait for the right time." Wang Jinyang still shook his head. "I'm afraid that if you continue like this, you'll lose some of your combat instincts. Martial artists improve through battles. Combat techniques are also honed through battles. You have a gun with unlimited bullets in your hand, while the opponent only has a dagger. Both of you have the same strength. Now all you're doing is firing bullets continuously, but you've never considered using the simplest method to kill the enemy. You've even forgotten your own combat instincts. Once the opponent has patience and waits for the right time, he might be able to kill you in 1 hit. Fong Ping, I think you should put more effort in this area. You have a clear understanding, but you're used to crushing the enemy head-on to kill the enemy. This isn't a good thing. In my opinion, you have many tricks up your sleeve. You don't have to crush the opponent the whole time to kill the enemy. As long as you're the one who lives in the end, and the one who dies is the opponent, that's enough. Martial artists below peak rank 7 have not honed their skulls. This is everyone's Achilles heel. Even if you cut off his arms or legs, he won't die. Even if you crush his internal organs, he might not die. But if you crush his skull, he'll definitely die. In the battle in Moon Laurel City, that powerhouse who achieved mentality-vitality fusion was exhausted to death by you in the end. You've also recovered your vitality and mentality many times. Originally, the battle didn't need to be so difficult. I didn't say that if you hadn't attacked first and waited for the right time, there was still hope that you could kill him in 1 hit. And your combat instinct is to charge forward directly. No matter how strong he is, he won't be able to recover quickly anyway. You'll be able to drag him to death sooner or later. Isn't that what you're thinking? But if you restrained your aura that day and hid in the dark, Iron Head and I would hold him back and create an opportunity for you. You could have killed him in 1 hit, right? Although the result is the same, the process is different, and some things are different. Fong Ping, it feels good to crush the opponent head-on, but I think that using the least cost to kill the enemy is what we need to do now. Fong Ping rubbed his chin, understanding. I understand now. You think that I'm more suitable as an assassin? Wang Jinyang smiled bitterly. You can think of it that way. Every martial artist is actually an assassin. They all pursue a one-hit kill, and they all pursue using the least cost to kill the enemy. When we fight with the Catacombs martial artists, it's not a martial arts duel. The ones we met earlier were all civilian martial artists. You can wear them to death. But the geniuses of the restricted area, do they have life essence? Or in other words, can they recover quickly? If they can do it too, then your advantage will be wiped out. When that time comes, your combat instinct won't be as good as the opponent's. Maybe you won't last until the end, and you'll be killed by the opponent. That's true. As Fong Ping said that, he continued, actually, I have the same idea. I should major in 2 combat techniques, stepping techniques, and one-hit killing techniques. There's no need to learn any complicated routines. I'm fast, and I can fight and run. I can kill the opponent in one hit. If the opponent is careless, they'll die without any chance to turn the tables. If others can't kill the enemy in one hit, they might be powerless and can only wait for death. But I'm different. As he said that, Fong Ping's eyes flickered slightly. It's fine if I don't learn old Zhang's combat techniques. I should learn the blood saber technique. Also, I should ask if there's any way to increase my speed again, or if there's any speed-type mentality combat techniques. After mastering these 2, there's no need for me to learn anything else. When I meet an opponent, I'll kill them in one hit. If they don't die, then I'll continue. If they're too strong, then I'll run. Sigh, I'm a martial arts prodigy, and now I'm thinking of changing professions to become an assassin. Forget it. For the sake of humanity, I don't care anymore. Wang Jinyang was speechless. However, Fong Ping's thoughts coincided with his. He also felt that Fong Ping should be this kind of assassin. An assassin with unlimited one-hit killing opportunities. This kind of person could kill more enemies in battle. As for whether the battle process was cool, gorgeous, or not, as long as he killed the opponent, he could say whatever he wanted. Fong Ping had thought it through. This time, he did not plan to learn the immortal vanquishing saber, but he could still take a look and understand more about the characteristics of mentality combat techniques. Every combat technique had something worth learning. Other than combat techniques, Fong Ping was still studying his own materialization. Other than smashing it like a ball, was there a better way to kill the enemy? Other people's materialization had some unique means. For example, Lu Fengru's phoenix burning the tree was not just a collision of light. That phoenix could erupt mentality fire, burning the opponent's mentality directly. It was very powerful. How am I supposed to use this thing of mine? Fong Ping looked at the basin-sized city model in front of him, slightly distracted. Maybe I can envelop the opponent and self-destruct directly? Fong Ping thought about it and shuddered a little. He was so evil. Why would he have such an idea? Can I envelop the opponent? I should be able to. I can envelop the opponent directly and self-destruct with a bang. The opponent will probably be dumbfounded. Chapter 538. When Fong Ping was studying the materialized object, he also discovered something very interesting. Why can't Dad, Mom, and Gungun show their real faces? In the energy room, Fong Ping zoomed in on Sun City, mainly showing his home. There were 3 shadows in the house. Previously, there seemed to be a voice coming from it, but now it was gone, as if it was a dead thing. The 3 figures seemed somewhat illusory, not very lifelike. Compared to the houses, they were not very realistic. Lao Wang? Do you know the reasons? At this time, no matter how much mentality Fong Ping consumed to fill it up, he could not make the 3 apparitions materialize completely. On the other hand, he could do it for the other houses. As he consumed his spiritual energy to replenish and fill in the gaps, the floors that were originally just shells were being perfected by him, as if they were real. Wang Jinyang thought about it and said, I don't think there's a way to materialize a human. Li Hansong added, that's true. I've never heard of anyone being able to instantiate a human. It's not just humans. Even the catacombs humans can't do it. When they said that, Fong Ping suddenly understood. No wonder. It was no wonder that Lu Fengru had come up with a phoenix burning tree instead of directly burning the Sky Gate city governor. Fong Ping had always been a little puzzled. Why did they have to make it so complicated? They even had to make a substitute. From the looks of it, the Divine Gate tree had only appeared because Lu Fengru could not materialize a real person. You're right. Fong Ping chuckled suddenly. If I really materialize humans, it'll be fine if they're high-ranked powerhouses, but those middle-ranked and low-ranked ones won't be able to distinguish reality from illusion. If I materialize their relatives, won't these people fall for it completely? Thinking of this, Fong Ping's interest was suddenly piqued. He grinned and said, Old Wong, tell me if I really materialize Sun City into reality, then destroy the real Sun City and throw my materialized object at its original location, the Sun City will be destroyed. Will the people of Yang City be bewitched and live in an illusory Yang City from then on? Wang Jinyang was speechless as he said, Firstly, materializing objects requires mental strength to appear. A Yang City that was the size of reality. Do you know how much mental energy it would take to maintain such a huge materialized object? No matter how fast and strong your spiritual power is, how long do you think you can maintain it? Half an hour? An hour? Secondly, what was fake. Buildings could be real, but what about eating, drinking, and defecating? Don't tell me you're going to send in supplies? All right, let's not talk about this. If you want to materialize a city as if it exists in reality, Fong Ping, have you thought about how long it will take? Do you know how many years the Vice-Chancellor spent to materialize NMAU? Even so, he was unable to complete it. The Vice-Chancellor had spent more than 20 years on a small NMAU, but he still could not fully materialize it. The Chancellor's NMAU was only an empty shell. One could imagine how difficult it would be to fill it in. Many experts materialized a mountain. A mountain was actually simpler than a building. It wasn't that complicated. However, even if it was a mountain, if the experts wanted to make the mountain seem real, they still couldn't do it. It was just too difficult. If they had the time and energy, they wouldn't spend too much time on materializing objects. Instead, they would train their mental strength and improve their mental strength. Fong Ping nodded but still smiled. If they can't do it, that doesn't mean I can't. You don't say. I've noticed that after martial artists reach rank 8, they don't seem to care too much about materialized objects. When they reached the 8th rank, they cared more about the golden body. However, once the materialized object reached 8th grade, would its combat power really not be strong enough? That's not it. How could a mentality amalgamation be weak? It's just that everyone can't spend too much time on it, and they don't have enough mentality to do these things. I still want to give it a try. I'm ready to materialize Sun City. Fong Ping's eyes lit up. If I materialize a city, the materialized object will be like a substance. How heavy is a city? When I do it one day, won't I be able to destroy a royal city with one hit? Moreover, as long as the materialization is successful, even if it's destroyed, I can quickly complete a second materialization through recovery and repair. This means that as long as I have enough mentality, I can bring a city to destroy cities every day in the future for fun. Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong were a little tired. Li Hansong could not help but say, Fong Ping, you're materializing a peaceful world. Nonsense. If we don't destroy the catacombs, how can there be peace? Peace is for humans. When it comes to the catacombs, we need to use the weapon of peace to get rid of them. Ironhead, does that make sense? Yes, that's right. Where does peace come from? I materialized a peaceful Sun City because I want to destroy the catacombs through the power of Sun City. This way, it fits the definition of peace. Seems like it. Li Hansong nodded. That made sense. If humans were at peace, it would mean that the catacombs would suffer. If that was the case, Fong Ping's materialization object was not just for show. Instead, it represented a weapon to achieve peace. Li Hansong was deep in thought. Wang Jinyang did not say anything else. Fong Ping could do whatever he wanted. Even if Sun City was not big, it was not that easy to achieve. Fong Ping could materialize a small district. According to Wang Jinyang's judgment, his mentality must be at least 10,000 hertz and above. That was something that only a peak rank 8 powerhouse could have. How strong a mentality was needed to materialize a city? Wang Jinyang dared not think about it. Would 100,000 hertz be enough? Probably not. Fong Ping's mentality of 1,000 hertz was enough to maintain his small house. Sun City was 10,000 times bigger than his house, 100,000 times bigger. How strong was a rank 9 powerhouse's mentality? What about a rank 9 paragon? Perhaps even a rank 9 paragon would not be able to materialize a small Sun City. This was highly possible. Therefore, there were not many people who took the path of materialization object expansion when they reached rank 8. Everyone was more concerned about the strength of mentality itself. They would not insist on making the materialization object more detailed and strenuous. Of course, the more complicated the materialization object, the stronger its strength and toughness. Everyone knew this. If Fong Ping were to materialize a small district, he would be much stronger than others with the same mentality strength of 10,000 hertz. Other than researching the problem of materialization, Fong Ping was also researching the other functions of the materialization object. In his free time, Fong Ping experimented on Old Wang and Wang Jinyang and gained some results. There were many uses for mentality. The suppress word that Yang Daohong took out in the realm last time was actually a use of mentality. Of course, that referred to the one that Yang Daohong brought out. He himself used vitality force later. There were some differences between the two. Sometimes mentality was not only used to kill people. For example, it could be used as a barrier to seal some things or to suppress some things. Most of the time, simply relying on mentality to kill people might not be able to kill the opponent. However, if it was used as a support function, the effect might be better. It could help you gain an advantage in battle. While Fong Ping was researching the materialization object, he was also filling it up. His depleted mentality could recover quickly. This way, he could fill up the current Sun City from time to time. As for the blood saber technique, this was a mentality combat technique that was made public. Of course, this referred to being made public to high ranks. However, for Fong Ping, it was not difficult to obtain it because MCMU had it. Fong Ping's own mission was to research the blood saber technique and fill up the materialization object. As for Old Wang and Iron Head, their mission was to seal the Sanjiao Gate. Under the situation where Fong Ping had become stronger, the speed of sealing the gate had increased greatly. In just a short 5 days, Li Hansong was only one step away from sealing the gate. May 25th, when the gate was only a little bit away from being sealed, Li Hansong suddenly called for a halt. When Fong Ping looked puzzled, Li Hansong grinned and said, "I want to try going to the sky too. Last time, you materialized your mentality directly. I don't want to materialize it. It's fine as long as I can release my mentality." Fong Ping, is there really a benefit to breaking through in the sky? Fong Ping was speechless. Were you really stupid or just pretending? Martial artists were no fools. Li Hansong was not stupid. He just felt that having hope was better than having no hope at all. Martial artists were all like that. In order to improve their strength, they were unwilling to give up any opportunity. In order to improve his strength, Qin Fengqing was willing to shave his head and eat dirt without hesitation. Although Li Hansong would not go as far as shaving his head for a few cal of vitality consumption, it was just breaking through in the sky. Who knew if luck would come? Fong Ping was helpless, but he still said, "It's up to you. But wait until night. Your life gate is sealed. It won't be good if someone sees it." Not many people knew about this, or rather, only 4 people knew about it at the moment. The 2 paragons might be able to see something, but the others were not so capable. Li Hansong and Wang Jinyang had never revealed their Sanjiao Gate in front of outsiders. A sealed life gate might cause some trouble. Rank 6 martial artists did not have to release their Sanjiao Gate intentionally during a battle, unless the battle was desperate and they released their Sanjiao Gate. Activating the Sanjiao Gate would increase their combat strength. As for other times, it did not matter. However, breaking through is a must. After hearing what Fong Ping said, Li Hansong nodded hurriedly. It was true that they could not be seen by others. However, when the spirit gate was sealed again, it would be fine. Li Hansong was about to break through. Fong Ping also calculated his own consumption. The consumption was not high. Compared to his own consumption of 80 billion, Li Hansong's consumption was really not much. It was only 5 days, more than 50 hours. The aura simulation only needed to imitate Old Wang alone. Fong Ping imitated it casually. The consumption was not high anyway. The aura simulation only cost less than 4 billion. Fong Ping's consumption was not as high as before. In total, he spent more than 5 billion. This made Fong Ping breathe a sigh of relief. In this case, 10 billion for both of them was enough. On the night of the 25th, Li Hansong really went to break through in the sky. As for the result, it went without saying. Not everyone was like Fong Ping. Li Hansong's breakthrough, other than the sealing of his vitality gate, the energy feedback made his body stronger and his vitality higher. The change in his mentality was not too obvious. However, Fong Ping borrowed Lu Fengru's mentality detector and helped Iron Head do a check. Before breaking through, this guy's mentality was not low. More than 450 hertz. After sealing one of his gates, it was more than 470 hertz. Based on this, when the spirit gate was sealed and his main focus was to increase his mentality, he might reach the stage of external projection. Old Wang was almost the same. Although their mentality was not as good as Yao Qingjuan's, it was stronger than the average person. After the Sanjiao gate was sealed, mentality could be released. This also meant that they could quickly enter the mentality-vitality fusion stage. Next, when his mental strength materialized, he would be able to step into the Grandmaster realm. Li Hansong did not achieve external projection, but he was not disappointed. He sealed 2 gates. Theoretically, he was upper stage rank 6. However, the life gate did not have energy feedback. He could only be considered middle stage rank 6. Li Hansong was stronger. Fong Ping was stronger too. This time, Wang Jinyang's cultivation speed was even faster. Fong Ping also realized the benefits of cultivating together like this. If everyone became stronger, it would be easier to continue, and the consumption would be lower. On the night of May 29th, Wang Jinyang completed his breakthrough. At this moment, it was exactly a month since they came out of the Tian'an catacombs. Li Hansong and Wang Jinyang's rank 6 cultivation speed was faster than Fong Ping's. Fong Ping did not mind. These 2 guys cultivated so fast because of his help. No matter how fast they were, he broke through before them, and he was stronger. When Wang Jinyang broke through, Fong Ping took a look at his own data. The consumption of wealth was less than he expected. This made Fong Ping even more satisfied. Wealth, 529. 5 billion, convert, vitality. 8,800 calories. 8,999 calories, mentality. 735 hertz, 1,099 hertz, bones honed. 177 bones, 100%. 29 bones, 90%, storage space. 100 cubic meters, plus, energy shield. 10,000 wealth/minute plus. Aura simulation. 100,000 wealth/minute plus. May 30th, Martial Arts Society. In Fong Ping's office. Chen Yunxi tidied up the office and glanced outside. She sighed softly. Fong Ping had not come out for a long time. Since returning from the Tian'an catacombs, Fong Ping did not show up much. Before this, Chen Yunxi was worried that there would be women seducing Fong Ping. Now that there were no women seducing him, Chen Yunxi was even more worried. 3 grown men holed up in the energy room in a cultivation room for 20 days. If she did not know that they were cultivating, Chen Yunxi would have some strange thoughts. Fong Ping did not seem to be very interested in women. She had been chasing after Fong Ping for a long time. In the end, although Fong Ping treated her better than other girls, he was still distant. There was no intimacy between couples. Fong Ping and those 2 men, however, stayed together in a small cultivation room for 20 days. Bastard. The mild-tempered Chen Yunxi suddenly cursed under her breath as she tidied up. She was not cursing Fong Ping, but Wang Jinyang and Li Hansong. These two men were so annoying. If they wanted to cultivate, they could just go home and cultivate, but they had to drag Fong Ping along. As she was cursing, someone hurried in from outside the door. When he saw Chen Yunxi, he smiled and said, "Sister Yunxi, you there? Not cultivating?" Chen Yunxi turned around and glanced, saying listlessly, "President Qin." Qin Fengqin grinned and said, "Not feeling well? It's okay. I'll tell you some news, and you'll feel better. I'm upper stage rank 5. Chen Yunxi looked at him, speechless. After a while, she said, "President Qin, Fong Ping is not here." "I know he's not here," Qin Fengqin said proudly. "I know he's not here. That's why I came." Having said that, Qin Fengqin said loudly, "I broke through to upper stage rank 5. If Fong Ping was here, he would not have come. These few days he was almost suffocated to death. Since cultivating until now, he had not stopped once, but Fong Ping and the others were pulling further and further away. He had not advanced a small stage in rank 5, but Fong Ping had already advanced to rank 6. Today he had finally broken through to upper stage rank 5. Knowing that Fong Ping and the others were still in the cultivation room, Qin Fengqin specially came to the Martial Arts Society to show off. In the whole of MCMAU, other than that monster Fong Ping, was there anyone stronger than him? Of course, instructors did not count. Other than him, among the students, Zhang Yu and Chen Wenlong were both early stage rank 5. Xiaolei had also broken through to early stage rank 5. That guy had also exploded recently. Even though they had reached the 5th rank, they were still 2 ranks below him. Qin Fengqin's cultivation speed was so fast. Even if he suffered a setback in front of Fong Ping and the others, he could at least put on an act in front of others, right? It had to be said that Qin Fengqin's shout had indeed shaken the martial arts club. Qin Fengqin had actually reached upper stage rank 5. Recently, Fong Ping had been in the limelight too much, and Qin Fengqin had been cultivating all this while. Everyone had not paid much attention to him until now. Not only did they not care, some people even thought that Qin Fengqin was a rank 4. The martial arts club became lively in an instant, and Qin Fengqin was also very proud. Just as he was feeling pleased with himself, Qin Fengqin's face froze. "When I come out of seclusion, all of you come out as well." He had already sensed Fong Ping and the others' auras. Very soon, before Fong Ping could say anything, Li Hansong was already beaming with joy. "Old Qin, I'm already a middle stage rank 6. All right, Old Wang is also a middle stage rank 6. Old Qin, you've also achieved upper stage rank 5. Not bad." Qin Fengqin's face froze. "You're laughing at me, aren't you?" "He's definitely laughing at me. How long has it been since you broke through rank 6, and now you're already a middle stage rank 6? Do you even want me to live?" Thinking of this, Qin Fengqin could not help but glance at Fong Ping again. These 3 fellows had achieved middle stage rank 6 so quickly. There must be a secret. Among the 3 middle ranks, the cultivation speed of rank 6 was the slowest. It was not just because of the high rank. The key was that the Sanjiao Gate was sealed, and external objects could not be used. It was unlike rank 4 and 5 where all kinds of resources could be used to assist. Advancing in a month, there must be something fishy. Qin Fengqin's eyes flickered, sweeping a glance at them. When Fong Ping asked these 2 fellows to come to MCMEU to cultivate, he already felt that something was wrong. Sure enough, Fong Ping must be the mastermind behind the scenes who helped them advance so quickly. I can't catch up to them even if I cultivate like this. These fellows advanced so easily. Thinking of this, Qin Fengqin suddenly thought of something else. These fellows only cultivated together when they reached rank 6. Did it mean that before rank 6, Fong Ping's methods were useless? Once they reached rank 6, he could help people advance quickly? It had to be said that Qin Fengqin's judgment was very good. With this judgment, Qin Fengqin had a plan in his heart. Looks like I have to reach rank 6 first, then think of a way to let Fong Ping help me advance. At most, I will cry again. What's there to be afraid of? Qin Fengqin pondered about these, preparing to go down to the catacombs again. Now he was still far from rank 6. He had not reached peak yet, and the Sanjiao Gate had not materialized. It was still too early. However, he would not stop until he had exhausted all his resources. Now he was out of money again. At this point, he could only go down to the catacombs a few more times and quickly achieve rank 6. With this plan in mind, Qin Fengqing did not say anything else. Without saying goodbye, he left quickly. Watching him leave in a hurry, Fang Ping felt a little helpless. This fellow's cultivation speed was very fast, okay? He wondered if he was going to continue going to the catacombs. He understood Qin Fengqing quite well. He had broken through his realm and exhausted all his resources. It would be strange if he did not go down to the catacombs now. Before he had time to think about Qin Fengqing, Qin Yunqi saw that he had come out of closed-door cultivation and asked him about it happily. After chatting for a while, Qin Yunqi said, "There's news from the Ministry of Education. They want you all to gather in Capital City as soon as possible. The youth competition will be held in Capital City." Did they say when exactly? They didn't say. They want you all to gather first. We'll make arrangements when the time comes. Got it. Qin Yunqi reported the news. She did not say that she would go with them. Fang Ping was still a little surprised. He thought that Qin Yunqi was going to go too. He did not expect that she did not even mention it. However, Qin Yunqi did not mention it, and Fang Ping did not mention it either. Now that everyone's time was tight, it was better to focus on cultivation. Capital City, Fang Ping murmured. He had seen a few foreign martial artists before. He had seen rank 8 helping him recover his flesh. However, he really did not know the specific combat techniques of these people. Chapter 539. 1st of June. Outside Capital City Airport. Bastard, a petite and exquisite girl, suddenly scolded. Seeing that someone was looking at her, the petite girl said fiercely, "What are you looking at? I'll kill you with my axe if you keep looking." President Ling. Han Su looked helpless. He smiled apologetically at the passers-by and said, "Don't vent your anger on others. Martial artists don't practice martial arts to bully their own." Ling Yi had an impatient look on her face as she said, "Stop lecturing me. I didn't kill him." Ling Yi was furious again. She said angrily, "What the hell is Li Hansong doing? He wants to be an instructor at MCMAU. This bastard. I really want to kill him with my axe." Li Hansong was going to be an instructor at MCMAU. In June, the seniors of martial arts universities graduated. The president of the Martial Arts Society, Li Hansong, had stepped down as president in May. His successor was Han Su, an upper stage rank for martial artist who was still a sophomore. Ling Yi, a junior who was also an upper stage rank 4, was the vice president. A year ago, an upper stage rank for Martial Arts Society president was extremely powerful. Before Fang Ping and the others, rank 4 was rare among the Martial Arts Society presidents. In 2009, however, the golden generation of Martial Arts Society presidents appeared. MCMU Fang Ping, middle stage rank 6, mentality materialized. CCMU Li Hansong, early stage rank 6. NMU Wang Jinyang, early stage rank 6. FMS Yao Qingjun, peak rank 5. NMS Xiao Yuming, early stage rank 5. SNMAU Lu Shiji, early stage rank 5. SCMU Chinhaoren, early stage rank 5, rank 6S, and rank 5s came one after another. Rank 4 had almost become the standard for every school. Even some normal martial arts universities and non-professional martial arts universities had forcefully spent resources to push their elites to rank 4. It was embarrassing to be the president of the Martial Arts Society when one was not rank 4. However, after this short period of glory, everyone except Fang Ping and Wang Jinyang had graduated. Ling Yi did not see anything wrong with Han Su taking over as the president of the Martial Arts Society of each school. CCMU was still as strong as ever. As for Li Hansong, Ling Yi had initially thought that he would definitely stay in CCMAU. However, the key point was that she did not expect that Li Hansong, whom CCMU regarded as a glory, would actually go to MCMAU. In the past few days, there had been news. Lee Han-song submitted his resume to MCMAU. MCMU's University Council had already reviewed and approved it. Lee Han-song was about to enter the School of Weaponry as the instructor for the next batch of new students. A rank 6 powerhouse, and such a young prodigy at that, had gone to MCMAU after graduating from CCMAU. Not only was he a rank 6, but he was also the former president of the Martial Arts Society, a representative of the students. For the past few days, some of the CCMU students have been scolding Lee Han-song to death. Even if Lee Han-song went to another school, they would accept it. Of all people, he had to go to MCMAU. This was a school that had stolen their position as the #1 famous school. Traitor, traitor. All of these titles were attached to Lee Han-song's head. How much he worshipped her in the past was how much he hated her today. Although Ling Yi did not hate him, she was extremely furious with Lee Han-song. Why did this guy want to go to MCMAU? Today, Lee Han-song returned. On one hand, it was to participate in the youth competition. On the other hand, it was to return to CCMAU to complete the final graduation procedures and leave the school completely. Ling Yi, who had received the news, did not wait for Lee Han-song to return to school. She waited at the airport. She wanted to ask, did this bastard's conscience get eaten by a dog? Did CCMU treat him badly? Just as Ling Yi was still fuming with anger, someone suddenly said with a smile beside her ear, "Lil Chest Ling, you're too kind. You even came to pick us up. I'm flattered." Fong Ping. Ling Yi was furious. One of the two people she hated the most in her life. The first was Fong Ping, and the second was Lee Han-song. Now both of them were here. Ling Yi ignored him. She glanced at Lee Han-song, who was beside Fong Ping, and said angrily, "Lee Han-song, you still have the face to come back?" Lee Han-song looked embarrassed. Fong Ping, on the other hand, continued with a smile, "Little girl, you." Ling Yi was about to explode. "I'm 1 year older than you, and I'm also 1 year older than you. Who are you calling?" Fong Ping did not mind. He coughed softly and said with a slightly serious expression, "You're already a rank for martial artist. You don't have any self-control at all. Look at Han Su. He's much more mature than you. They say that women with big boobs are brainless. You, forget it. I'm too lazy to talk to you. You're brainless even if you're not big. Why did Lee Han-song enter MCMAU? Don't you understand? How did you become a rank for martial artist? No wonder we were at the same rank when we were competing for the first place among rank 3 martial artists. Now, I'm about to enter Grandmaster, and you're still lingering at rank 4. With your brain, that's all you can do." Ling Yi was about to go mad with anger. Fong Ping, on the other hand, kept a straight face and scolded, "What's wrong? Fong Ping, am a general of the military department. I'm teaching you a few lessons, and you still want to rebel?" With this accusation pinned on her, Ling Yi's face was frighteningly red. She was so angry. Han Su was a little helpless. He said, "Fong Ping, don't provoke her. Senior Lee's trip to MCMU this time is indeed provoking some objections. Provoking objections means that you're not doing a good job as president." Fong Ping laughed. "Get in the car. I still have to teach you a lesson today. Making the previous president of the Martial Arts Society the target of everyone's hatred is not a way to prove your ability. Turning CCMU's glory into a disgrace is also a disgrace to you." Han Su smiled bitterly. "Fong Ping, I really didn't mean that. I believe in Senior Lee. You guys." Fong Ping had already gotten in the car. Behind him, Lee Han-song followed in silence. Wang Jinyang also followed with a calm expression. Once Fong Ping got in the car, he laughed. "You guys still can't see it. It's fine if others can't see it, but if you guys can't see it, then you're stupid. The World Martial Arts Universities are a family, or rather, all martial artists in the world are a family. What are we martial artists? We're warriors who resist the invasion of the catacombs. We're all comrades in arms, comrades." I heard that someone actually entered MCMU because of Lee Han-song and called him a traitor. A traitor? Is that what a traitor says to a human hero? A bunch of newbies who have never entered the catacombs before. Where did they get the guts to bring such disgrace to a powerhouse who fought in the catacombs? Li Hansong has killed more martial artists in the catacombs than you've ever seen. You, Han Su, actually didn't think of forcefully suppressing this kind of dissent. You actually accompanied this brainless woman, Ling Yi, to question him? Fong Ping's face was full of dissatisfaction. He glanced at Ling Yi, who was glaring at him, and said softly, Ling Yi, say it yourself. Is Li Hansong a traitor? Ling Yi said angrily. Then he shouldn't have gone to MCMAU. Can't he stay in CCMAU? Come on. Fong Ping sneered. What can CCMU give Li Hansong? Help him become a grandmaster? At this time, humanity is facing a great crisis. Let me ask you, is it better to stay in CCMAU and continue to be a rank 6 instructor, or to go to MCMAU and become a rank 7 or even stronger grandmaster to protect humanity? When it comes to killing enemies, does it still matter if they're from CCMAU or MCMAU? When grandmaster powerhouses kill enemies, they only kill high-ranked powerhouses. How many people will die? A grandmaster is comparable to a regular army of 10,000 martial artists. No, even an army of 10,000 martial artists can't exhaust a grandmaster to death. Tell me, which is more important? You're a petty big shot. When you've reached the middle ranks, you still can't tell the difference. What face do you have to be the president of the Martial Arts Society? If everyone is like you, so petty. Just because Li Hansong didn't stay in CCMAU, you call him a traitor. Then, is there still hope for humanity? Ling Yi's face turned red from his words. Han Su looked embarrassed too. Soon, however, Ling Yi retorted, then, if he goes to MCMAU, he can become a grandmaster? Nonsense. Fong Ping said proudly, look, Li Hansong entered rank 6 at the same time as me, didn't he? And he only went to MCMAU for a few days, and now he's already a middle stage rank 6 martial artist. This is enough to prove everything, right? Middle stage ranked 6. Both of them were shocked. Han Su could not help but ask, Senior Li, you're already middle stage rank 6? Yes. This? Han Su was dumbfounded. Ling Yi was also dumbfounded. How could he be so fast? Seeing their expressions, Fong Ping sneered. Do you understand now? This year, Li Hansong has hopes of achieving Grandmaster, and all this is because he went to MCMAU. If he stayed in CCMU, would there be any hope? CCMU's development in recent years has been stagnant. Many good seedlings have been delayed. You, Ling Yi, are also a well-known figure. You used to be an existence that suppressed Qin Fengqing. What about now? Now that Qin Fengqing has entered upper stage rank 5, rank 6 is imminent. You, Han Su, participated in the championship with me back then. I won't talk about myself. You're upper stage rank 4, and Chun Yunxi is almost peak rank 4. And some of those who were weaker than you back then are also about to surpass you. Not just one person, but many people. And you, Han Su, are the current face of CCMAU, the president of the Martial Arts Society. In MCMAU, a rank 4 wants to be the president. Even rank 5 has to wait in line. Good seedlings have been ruined. Of course, it's also related to your lack of ambition. Back then, during the second championship, I already said that you can consider coming to MCMAU. No one listened. And now, I forgot to mention, Li Hansong coming to MCMAU is actually your vice-chancellor's idea. Do you understand now? The opportunity is right in front of you. If you still have the heart to fight for once, you can consider coming to MCMAU. But to be honest, MCMAU is not short of rank for students now. There are too many, almost 100 people. If you go to MCMAU, you'll only be normal students. CCMU's isolation has made you look at the sky from the bottom of a well. Do you really think that you're so strong? Fong Ping's words were a blow to both of them and made them lose their composure. Li Hansong glanced at Fong Ping, his eyes full of helplessness. Why did he have to give them a good blow? Li Hansong felt that it was a blow, while Wang Jinyang felt that this guy was up to no good. Was he trying to lure all the good seedlings of CCMAU to MCMAU? Was he not afraid that the grandmasters of CCMAU would go crazy? Fong Ping did not care about this. He was just saying it casually. But then again, if these people went to MCMAU, they would indeed have a bright future. At CCMU, it was fine to teach students step by step. If they wanted to improve by leaps and bounds in a short time, it would be difficult, too difficult. If they went to MCMAU, they might be able to form a middle-ranked student combat team. Let these people go to the Tian'an catacombs and fight with the Tian'an catacombs martial artists. That place was now extremely suitable for middle-ranked martial artists to train. Fang Ping's words made Ling Yi and Wang Jinyang lose their composure. They were confused and fell silent for a while. Fang Ping saw the situation and laughed again. Of course, you don't have to go to MCMAU. But martial arts universities are one. You can work together on normal days. The capital city catacombs is a little more comfortable. It's fine if there's no fighting, but when there is, it's a battle between high ranks. If you have time, you can go to MCMAU for an exchange. You can also form a team and go to the Magic City catacombs together. At this time, there's no need to be so clear. MCMAU and CCMAU are actually all one family. Han Su took a breath and nodded. I will. Actually, I've also considered going to MCMAU to learn. In these 2 years, MCMAU has indeed developed very quickly. About Senior Li, I will explain clearly to the students. Li Hansong finally spoke. He said dryly, actually, it's nothing. I don't really care about these things. Don't say any more, Senior Li. It's true that we're too short-sighted. Han Su sighed softly. Previously, I heard people say that some grandmaster said that President Fang is the leader of the current generation of young martial artists. In our generation, no one has President Fang's vision, nor do we have President Fang's breadth of mind. When I heard this before, I was still a little upset. Now that I think about it, President Fang being recognized by the grandmasters is not just because of his strength. The grandmasters would not be so shallow as to praise someone as a leader just because of his strength. Li Hansong nodded in agreement. Fang Ping is worthy of the title of leader. If not, I wouldn't have gone to MCMAU. As soon as these words came out, Fang Ping appeared calm on the surface. In his heart, he had already rolled his eyes many times. Were the people from CCMAU so easy to fool now? It seemed like he would not only be leading MCMAU, he would be leading the martial arts universities in the future too, right? The previous 2 martial arts society presidents of CCMAU had already treated him as a leader. What else could he say? As they chatted, Ling Yi's face was full of indignation. Was this bastard really as amazing as they said? All right, she admitted that Fang Ping was very strong. But if he was strong, how did he become the leader of their generation? In Ling Yi's gloomy mood, the car arrived at CCMAU. Li Hansong went to look for the vice-chancellor and Su Zhan. Fang Ping and Wang Jinyang did not follow. Both of them did not get out of the car. They waited in the car for a while. Soon a sports car stopped next to them. As soon as the car stopped, Jiang Chao laughed and said, Fang Ping, let's go. I'll take you for a ride. Fang Ping was speechless. They were martial artists who could perform the flight step. Who would care about this? Fang Ping could not be bothered with him. He said, Why are you the one who came to pick us up? I'm just leading the way. I'm not a child. I'm a rank 6 martial artist. How could I possibly bring the wrong person? Jiang Chao was unconcerned. He looked around and smiled. Baldy didn't come? He's only a rank 5. He can't participate in the competition. Why would he come? That guy should have gone to the catacombs. As Fang Ping said that, he glanced at him and laughed suddenly. Looks like you guys haven't been idling around these days. There's a little smell of blood on you. Of course. Jiang Chao laughed. This time, I killed 2 ranks. Early stage? Jiang Chao was speechless. Fang Ping guessed it right. How amazing. An upper stage rank 6 killing an early stage rank 6 is indeed amazing. Fang Ping joked and walked down the road. Where is the competition being held? At the Martial Arts Association headquarters. Which day? The day after tomorrow. That's the 3rd. Most of the others are here now. Only the people from Pantheon haven't arrived yet. Jiang Chao had been at the Martial Arts Association for the past few days. He had a better understanding of the situation. He said, Fang Ping, you don't say. Before this, I thought that the people from Polaris were quite strong. Now I know that we're not. Let's not talk about those from abroad. The central government and the military department sent 8 people. Damn, they're all martial artists above upper stage rank 6. 4 upper stage rank 6 for peak. One of them seems to have achieved mentality-vitality fusion. Fong Ping's eyes flickered. Were they that strong in the past? No, there weren't many peak rank 6 in the past. This time there are too many peak rank 6. Jiang Chao continued. Zheng Nanqi and Li Fei have also achieved peak rank 6. These 2 fellows are quite crazy this time. They've killed a lot of people in the catacombs. Fong Ping, don't underestimate them. Also, there are 2 newcomers from Polaris. They're also peak rank 6. Fong Ping asked doubtfully. 2 more? Weren't the 10 of you all the last time? No. Jiang Chao shook his head. We were part of the last batch. 1 from each family came. Didn't I tell you? Polaris has a total of 13 families. Last time, 10 of them came. There are still 3 families who haven't sent anyone. This time, the other 2 families didn't send anyone either. Even the families of the 2 guardians didn't send anyone. Both of their families are considered to be on the military department's side. The people from the military department are from their families. I know them too. The 2 fellows who came this time are from the Yang family. Fong Ping, you have to be careful. I have to be careful? Fong Ping was amused. Is it still because of what happened last time? But I've made myself clear enough. Even the government thinks that I only have credit. The Yang family doesn't remember my kindness. Don't tell me they want to find trouble with me? Jiang Chao said softly. I heard that Commander Li and Minister Zhang preach for your vice-chancellor. Your vice-chancellor is preparing to break through to rank 9 in seclusion. Excluding the Paragon Patriarchs, rank 9s are the pillars of our families. When Grandfather Yang passed away, the Yang family declined completely. If you had given that rank 9 corpse to the Yang family, that rank 8 from the Yang family might have been able to break through to rank 9. Before this, they didn't know that the corpse's origin was still there. If they knew, they would definitely not let it go so easily. Now, the corpse's origin was consumed. They only found out about this after that. The Yang family almost went crazy. I heard that the rank 8 from the Yang family went to Mount Royal Sea and complained to the other patriarchs. You also know that when Patriarch Yang passed away, the other patriarchs also remembered that the Yang family had it hard. However, the Paragon powerhouses can't make a move easily. Even if the other rank 9s join forces to kill a rank 9, to be honest, it's almost impossible to get a rank 9 corpse that still has its origin. This time, the patriarchs have no choice. That's why they gave the Yang family 2 slots. Other than the 3 of you, the government has 8 slots, and Polaris City has a total of 9 slots. Of the 9 slots, other than the Shun and Shin families, 11 families will get 9. The Yang family alone will get 2. The other 3 families won't get a single one this time. This is also the Patriarch's intention. The 2 peak rank 6 from the Yang family. Actually, they seem to be more than 30 years old. However, you also know that if they consume a little more life essence, it won't be a problem to recast their bones. In order to let them enter the restricted area and become grandmasters, the Yang family must have spent a lot of money. Fong Ping said impatiently. That has nothing to do with me. They can enter their own places. Do you think they can snatch mine? Jiang Chao said softly. That's hard to say. If they snatch it from the foreigners and don't get it in the end, we can still snatch it ourselves. Of course, everyone didn't do that in the past, but it's hard to say this time. You're very strong, so they might not dare to give you trouble, but old Wang and old Li can't. They've just entered rank 6. When the time comes, they might even eliminate them first. Otherwise, they'll wait for you guys to make a move, and when both sides are injured, then they'll come after you. In any case, you guys have to be careful. Fong Ping looked at him for a while. Polaris City's big spy lived up to his name. This fatty, he leaked all kinds of information. Logically, Jiang Chao and the Yang family were in cahoots. How long had they known each other? Jiang Chao chuckled. Don't look at me like that. This time, I might have to enter the restricted area too. The 2 Yang family fellows aren't close to me. If I go in, do you think they'll take care of me? But you guys are different. Fong Ping, I risked being beaten to death to leak information to you. If we really enter the restricted area together, you have to take care of me. You martial arts university people are awesome. Killing people like killing chickens. The restricted area is very dangerous. Every time we go in, more than half of the people die. I don't want to die. But if I get a slot, I have no choice but to go. You're only upper stage rank 6. You can snatch it, but the Yang family's paragons can't? Fong Ping was speechless. Are you kidding me? Jiang Chao snorted. What do you know? When the time comes, I'll find the weakest one to challenge. If I win, I'll probably get a slot. You guys still have to wait for others to challenge you. Why? Nonsense. Jiang Chao was really disdainful now. He said exasperatedly, My old ancestor is amazing. The Yang family doesn't have a paragon old ancestor. Of course, it's not safe. It's the same for you guys. Can I be the same? Even among the paragons, my old ancestor is one of the best. As long as I win one, 70 people, 30 slots. If I win one, then it's more or less a choice between two. Who would dare to find trouble with me? After all, 30 slots is not a small number. It's not just me. For the other 5 places, you should take it easy too. Try your best to defeat those without paragon old ancestors. There are a total of 50 people participating, but there are not that many paragon old ancestors. Under normal circumstances, a paragon old ancestor will only send one descendant. In this way, there are still many people without paragon old ancestors. These people can defeat them. Of course, in the end, you can find some weak paragon old ancestor descendants to bully. Don't be afraid. Sino Nation isn't afraid either. However, it's best not to find trouble with the descendants of Heaven of Gods, Sun God, or God of War. Otherwise, their old ancestors will be unhappy and remember you. If they find trouble with you, you'll be finished. Fong Ping was speechless as he listened. At this time, he still had to find someone without a strong backing to bully? This fatty looked confident. If that was the case, this fellow's old ancestor was also the top-notch kind among the paragons? Just as Fong Ping was thinking about this, Jiang Chao said again, Also, don't fight all of them. Each family has to leave a few. For paragons like Totem City, there are fewer. Leaving 1 or 2 is enough. There are a lot of paragons like Heaven of Gods. You have to leave at least 3 or 4 for them. If you defeat all of them, then you're not leaving them any face at all. Fong Ping was speechless. He said, You have a lot of tricks. If I knew this, I would have just divided a few for each family. Why fight for slots? Is this a joke? Jiang Chao chuckled. You don't say. It's just a joke. The old ancestor is afraid that we'll really be useless. That's why he purposely created a competition. It's so that we can learn from each other in a relatively safe manner. Everyone's status is about the same, their age is about the same, and their ranks are about the same too. No one is willing to submit to the other. That's why this kind of competition was created. As for you guys, you're the ones who got in through connections. We're not the ones who got in through connections. You guys are. Minister Zhang insisted that you guys come. You guys don't have a powerful old ancestor either. Of course, it'll be harder than us. That's only fair. What do you think? Fong Ping thought about it and nodded. That makes sense. These slots were originally yours. Now that we outsiders want to take them away, it'll be difficult for us. Fong Ping, I knew you'd see through it. Jiang Chao grinned. It's so refreshing to talk to smart people. Those fellows from the military department and the government have lost their minds from practicing martial arts. Some of them are especially unhappy with us. They don't even think about it. If it weren't for Commander Li leaving and the Chun and Shin family's old ancestors going to the House of Guardians, the people of Startown would have fought for the slots themselves. They have 8 slots, and those were fought for by these 3 paragons. Including you guys, they gave you 11 slots. Even Startown doesn't have as many as you guys. We're the ones who are unhappy. Of course, I'm fine with it. Actually, I don't really want to go, but my grandfather said that if I dare to be a bystander, he'll throw me into the catacombs and leave me alone. Jiang Chao looked helpless. He sighed. That's why I have no choice but to fight for it. However, There are people in Star Town who really want to enter the restricted area. After all, everyone wants to become a Grandmaster. It's very easy to become a Grandmaster in the restricted area, provided that you're still alive. Even if we don't count the Chun and Shin families, there are still 10 paragons in Star Town after the fall of the Yang family's old ancestor. Now, there are only 9 slots. Each family doesn't get a single one. Don't you think Star Town is the one who should be unhappy? Fong Ping nodded. After nodding, Fong Ping smiled. You've said so much. You don't want me to be unhappy. When we enter the restricted area, I'll take care of you. Is that what you mean? That's exactly what I mean. Don't tell me that your old ancestor won't care if you die in the restricted area. They won't care. Jiang Chao exhaled. Once we enter the restricted area, life and death are determined by fate. They really won't care. We're going there to become Grandmasters. If they even care about this, then there'll be no sense of danger. Then we might as well not go. Usually, when we're in the catacombs' outer realm, there's someone to protect us. This time, when we enter the restricted area, we'll really have to rely on ourselves. Otherwise, do you think I'd say so much to you? Fong Ping, don't worry. Look after me. If there's any top-secret information, major events, or the movements of the paragons, I'll tell you guys secretly. Fong Ping was dumbfounded. This fatty was godly. In the past, he would have been a traitor for sure. Wang Jinyang was also dumbfounded. He had to admit defeat. This guy wouldn't rely on the catacombs to survive, would he? Jiang Chao seemed to understand what Wang Jinyang meant. He immediately said seriously, "Don't worry, I won't rely on the catacombs. Besides, if I really dare to, my old ancestor can personally beat me into minced meat. If the descendants of the paragons rely on the catacombs, they'll be killed without a doubt. Even the powerhouses of the catacombs won't do anything." Fong Ping did not know whether to laugh or cry. He said, "So you really had this idea before? Fatty, with your unscrupulous character, I have to guard against you, lest you betray me one day." "What are you saying?" Jiang Chao was a little indignant. "Even if I betray someone, it depends on who it is. Tell me, are you a bad person? Is Old Wang a bad person? That can't be right. I only did it because I felt that you guys were more reliable. That's why I did it. If it was someone less reliable, would I do it? Counting on others is not reliable. Those fellows in Star City are not very reliable. I'm doing this because I trust you guys. I'm willing to do anything for you guys. How dare you guys doubt my character? Don't worry, I, Jiang Chao, am also a man. If you guys really want to protect me, I definitely won't do something ungrateful, right?" Fong Ping had his reservations. His grandpa had almost sold out Star Town. You don't know much. Otherwise, you would dare to say anything to others. The last time they went to the bounded boundaries, this fellow revealed everything to Qin Fengqing. Most importantly, this fellow also liked to eavesdrop on their elders' conversations. The information he revealed was more confidential than Su Zissou and the others. Fong Ping glanced at Old Wang. Old Wang shook his head slightly. It was not a rejection, but he did not care about this. Fong Ping could do whatever he wanted. If they really entered the restricted area, Fong Ping would decide whether to protect this fellow or not. Fong Ping did not say much. He said casually, "We'll see when the time comes. We don't know the specific situation yet." Jiang Chao smiled like the Methriya Buddha. "Look, I'm so smart. Although Fong Ping said to see when the time comes, I've already worked so hard. Every time I sell information to you guys, how can I refuse?" A rank 6 mentality materialized was no weaker than those who had mentality-vitality fusion, maybe even stronger. This was called reliable. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.